Hazel NT, what is going on?
Would have been here sooner. Hey, but I saw Gator was in here before me, and I fainted. I had to go too.
Yeah.
It's because I'm here, right? It's because it's my episode, and he's just like, this guy need to get it done, you know?
Hell yeah.
I guess.
He forgot his announcement.
Well, someone said I was dead ass late last week. Late ass something. I don't know. I said I'm not going to be late this time.
Huh. I
know,
would say such a thing.
I don't know.
I'm going to be honest. This isn't my first podcast I've done with you guys.
It's not.
Nope. Because there was an episode where Jealous was on.
Oh, I heard you in the background.
With him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gave me the other half of his earbuds, so I was just sitting there, like, laughing the entire time while, like, trying not to freeze to death. We were in Marblehead, and we were just, like, sitting out by this, like, dock pier kind of deal.
Yeah. Okay.
And we were just sitting on this bench, and I was just, like, listening to this all go down, and then we walked around for, like, I want to say 20 minutes before I was like, alright, I'm tired, I'm going to bed. And then he stayed up like the rest of the night. So, yeah.
People tend to be a little wired after our show. They don't tend to go to bed after we're done with them. Yeah.
I mean, I think it was Hades. No, Rodimus told me to shotgun 2 Red Bulls before the start of the show.
It's a good idea. It's a long haul. And tonight we have,
a lot.
I don't know how to say this. Question of the month? Guess how many speak pipes we got?
I don't know.
Hazel?
12.
17 speak pipes tonight.
Holy shit.
People brought their game tonight. In fact, I'm having a third drawing because of this. I want to give away some podcast swag tonight, man.
Yeah.
Not because of me, is it?
17.
I guess it is.
It's a question of the month, and we do have some other speak pipes for our regular questions from our community.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's going to be a long one, man. So I wanted to get here early and get things rolling. So
Guardian down.
what's up, everybody? Thanks for hanging out with us today. Welcome to episode 154 of Guardian Downcast, a Destiny podcast. If you love to play the game Destiny 2, then you've come to the right place. We're a couple of gamer dads that have played Destiny since that day one release back in 2014. And we know we're just as passionate about it today as we were back then. We share the stories of Destiny content creators and community members, and also discuss key topics and news within the game and community. We're the show that asks, how has Destiny 2 gotten better since the original? I'm your host, The Gator, and my co-host Hazel is here as well. Hey man, how's your week been?
I just had to laugh at your little spiel there about, how has Destiny gotten better?
All right,
I'm like, they're pretty much reverting everything back to D1, to D2. I mean, it's vanilla. So yeah, I don't know. But anyway, my week has been crazy. Just work has been keeping me so busy. I've been barely in the Discord, it feels like, this week.
Yeah, I hear you.
But, yeah, work is just insane. Hopefully it'll be leveling out. Well, actually, it's supposed to level out. I'm supposed to go on a vacation, in like 2 weeks, I believe.
Yep. Don't worry, listeners. We got it covered.
Yep. We got you. So yeah, I'm going on vacation in 2 weeks, and then, they're supposed to get everything figured out then when I'm on vacation, thank God.
Good.
So when I come back, it should be clear sailing, which, that being said, it's probably going to be a cluster.
You're going to come home and it's going to be a dumpster fire.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to check my email and have like 4,000 emails and everything else. So yeah, I can't wait for this whole shit show, like, conversion we've got going on to end, so that way we can move on with our lives and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But aside from that, I found out that my dad has COVID. I was like, wow.
That sucks.
So, he's fucking chipper as can be, though. He's like, this is the best I've ever felt. I'm like, that's not the way it should be. But he's on drugs, good ones, I guess. So, yeah. So I don't know. You know, shit happens. You just got to kind of take it, run with it.
That's all you can do, man.
Yes, not let it get you down.
Yeah.
So, what about you, man? How you been?
Yeah, it's been a busy week. So I'm the same way, man. I haven't been in the Discord much this week. Every little bit. I mean, I got rained out today. I was able to talk with Brittany and Perilous Sprite. And I don't know. She keeps changing her name. I can't keep track. And of course, Hades is in the mix. And Rodimus even piled in. So yeah, it was good talking with him today. I'm glad I was able to catch up with him. But no, we went and saw Elvis this last week with my parents. This last weekend, it was a lot of fun. Good movie. Really good movie. Baz Luhrmann, man.
I heard it was.
He nailed it.
I heard it was good.
Yeah, he nailed it. It was a great movie. So we saw that. And yeah, it's been a good week, man. It's just been, like I said, this is my peak time. The summertime is my peak season. It's when everyone has problems. The house is on fire. Come take care of it. And I've just been exhausted. But you know what? It's always a good week to podcast. And tonight, we have another brand new guest on our show. He's been an active member in our Guardian Downcast community, and he had a potentially interesting topic he messaged me about. And I said, you know what? That sounds like a great thing to talk about. So we invited him on the show tonight. It is Frostbyte. How you been, Frostbyte?
Been doing good. How are you guys?
Good, man. We've been really good.
Good.
Well,
that's good.
Here's what we have lined up for the show tonight, guys. Hang on and buckle up because it's going to be a big one. First, we're going to hear Frostbyte's story, find out a bit about his gaming journey. It's his chance to make a run at our new and a further improved Fast Fire segment we call, oh yeah, it's a speed run. Hazel's going to go over this week at Bungie for the 6th week of Season of the Haunted. Then we ask the question, what are perceptions of Destiny 1 players versus newer Destiny 2 players? And Frostbyte's going to help us with that topic tonight, so I can't wait to hear that. Finally, we're going to go through our answers to our questions from our SpeakPipe and Discord server. We have 3 drawings tonight for our Question of the Month participants. We're going to add some songs. I'm out of breath. Let's go.
Thanks for listening to Guardian Downcast. You can find us on Twitter at Guardian_D_cast.
Or you can find us on Instagram at Guardian_Down_cast and see what pics our weekly guests want to share with you.
Or just visit our website at guardiandowncast.com for all the contact info and where else to find us. And you can also play any past episodes you like in any order you like, right from your browser.
Man, don't or me. Hey, Guardians, and while you're at it, follow our Guardian Downcast show playlist on Spotify and iTunes. We post those links in our show description every week.
So check us out, and later, Guardian.
Toddles!
All right, Frost. Thank you so much for coming on, man.
My humble pleasure.
No, it's our pleasure. Whenever we have someone on, it's always our pleasure.
Absolutely.
So, it's not people just listening to us talk shit to each other. It's usually 2 people piling on to 1 person.
Yeah.
Right.
Probably like tonight.
Okay. I'm confused.
Sorry, Gator, in advance, but I'm not.
Are you Team Hazel?
Maybe.
Disconnecting. Shit, my internet's going out again. Damn it.
I mean, he is the leader of the better GDC. So.
Oh, we're not going there, are we? You know I'm in that clan, right?
Which alt account is it?
One of my alter egos is in there.
Is it the inactive one or is it the other inactive one?
I have 3 active characters now officially, by the way.
Mm.
Yes, I have 4 active character accounts that I use in Destiny.
We don't even want to go.
All right, sorry. We got to. Sorry, we had a.
You might want to edit that shit out completely because Rodimus is going to hear it. It's going to lead to another question.
Okay, never mind. Go ahead, continue on. My apologies.
Okay. Hey, I would say though, I would argue this that you having 3 alt accounts in the GDC 2 clan actually makes us the better clan because we have 3 of your alts instead of just your 1 account.
Yeah.
But anyway, moving on.
Have we ever solved that issue with people joining GDC 1? Because as far as I'm aware, we're still having issues where it says it's full, even though like the count is less than 100.
I've got the new link in our Discord channel where the link is for clan, and in our show notes. And in our show notes, it goes to the GDC 2 clan because the first clan is full. There's no room. There's 100 people in there. So the second clan's filling up pretty quick too. So we're already a third of the way to being full on the second clan. So I don't know. I mean, the link's out there. I don't know. Maybe people are just looking it up.
Well, it was like, because Brittany wanted to swamp to GDC because she needed a Triumph for Enlightened, but she couldn't do it because it said it was full, even though it said like 98 out of 100.
The problem is the Destiny UI for the clan page gets a little wonky every now and then, especially if you're jumping in and out different accounts. Believe me, I should know. Sometimes the cache doesn't catch up in the page, and it'll show the old clan still. You just got to close everything down and start up again. That's what works for me. Sure. So just tell her that next time. Oh, we're doing a podcast. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, it's fun though, because I mean, I'm sure that, somebody who's not in our clan is, probably has a clan and they're like, wondering the same thing or they didn't know that like, that sometimes I think it might just be invites that kind of cause an issue.
You know what, Bungie, if you're listening, if any employee out there is listening that works for Bungie, please pass it up the chain. Can we just have 200 in a clan? That's all I'm asking.
Well, hey, for what it's worth, I'm just going to throw this out there, okay? So, when I go on vacation, I'm going to be in Seattle. I'm planning on going to Bungie Studios. And I did email, I sent like a little form in to them to say, hey, I do a podcast with a friend of mine. And I was like, hey, we've done it's a long running show and things like this. I'd be, a really cool thing if I could, get in and take some pictures of some of the art that you have and things like that. So,
man, you would be a hit, man.
I'm trying to flex the podcast cred. We'll see if it works, but
that'd be great.
Hopefully.
If so, I mean, hey, you guys will be the first ones to hear it.
I would try to, but Luke Smith still has that restraining order, so it's a real sore subject from long ago. So I can't get near the Bungie studios. It's my bad. Hopefully you'll have better luck.
Yeah, here's hoping. But anyway, regardless, I don't care about your bullshit. Nobody cares about my bullshit. We're here for Frost's bullshit. So, Frost, how you been? What's going on?
Been good lately. Can't complain a whole lot. I'm nearing my associate's degree for college.
Very good.
And, so I know people have been asking me this lately, but I recently just got my promotion, as of yesterday at work. So
congratulations.
What'd you get? What's your promotion? What'd you get promoted to?
So I went from, a lab tech 2 at where I worked to now a senior lab tech.
Very cool.
So
you're running a team. That's good.
Yeah, kind of.
Hell yeah.
Nice. What's your major?
So same as Jealous. I am in microelectronics and manufacturing systems, better known as MEMS.
Very cool.
So I deal with like
microchips,
circuit board stuff.
What's funny? One of my clients, I can't say their name because they're one of my clients, but I actually have a client who manufactures microchips. It's the coolest thing to watch. Everyone's working under microscopes. It's the coolest thing. They have machines that weird machines with weird funky odors coming out of them where they're processing chips or cleaning chips. I don't know what it is. I don't want to know. But yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Boy, you're in a great field, aren't you?
Yeah, it is. Especially with a lot of stuff happening in Columbus that I've been hearing about. So who knows? Maybe I'll be going down there eventually in my life.
So you're from Ohio? Is that what you're saying?
I am.
Yes.
How should I put this? About almost an hour from Cleveland. I'm pretty much like in the middle of everything. So
okay,
yeah,
not bad.
That's the best I can describe where I am.
Yeah, we play the fun game in our clan chat.
Oh, that was so much fun. Like, just having you guys go around and try and guess was hilarious.
Yeah. And then we got to find out who knew geography and who didn't. Yeah.
I wasn't playing. I wasn't playing the game.
I'm east of that. Well, yeah. You would have been like Tallahassee. No.
I think it was Brittany that just said, like, Ohio. And I was like, I mean, you're not wrong, but gotta be a bit more specific.
Well, I love that Brittany was naming like actual like cities that are like throughout like the entire US, like Springfield.
Yeah, and there's like multiple Springfields in Ohio, I think.
Probably.
Yeah.
So that's good though. That's good. I'm glad you're doing good. And, I'm glad you're getting your associates. Are you doing kind of like the same thing where you're going to get your associates and then get your like bachelor's and...
Yeah, so how it works is, so when you first get into the program, you get a 1-year certificate, and that is supposed to be mailed to you. Some people that I know of haven't gotten that, but I digress. Then you get your associates, and then at the end of your associates going into, your next fall term, you can apply to be in the bachelor's program. And if you get accepted, then you do 2 more years and then you get your bachelor's, obviously.
Nice.
Well,
Awesome.
I want to switch gears here. Frostbyte. I'm going to call you Frost, by the way, if you don't mind. What?
Right, people call me Frosty, so.
Frosty. There we go. No, I liked it even better. Frosty. I liked it even better. We asked this of all our guests that come on the show, and answers differ. It's one of our signature questions. What was the earliest video game you played? What was your earliest moment playing video games?
My earliest I got a good one. So this was probably when I was about, I want to say 6, and I love this memory so much. So I have still in my possession a N64, and me, my dad, and my brother, we would play it all the time. And specifically, we would play the Mario Kart that came out for the N64.
Mm-hmm.
And my brother just would decimate me on every single map except one, which is Rainbow Road, which is the only map I, to this day, can still beat him on. So I'm just the king of Rainbow Road on that for at least our family. I don't know why. And then whenever we go into battles, I just win. Just the most bullshit stuff will happen. I just win. So, yeah, that's probably my earliest video game moments.
Well, it's not a big secret. You're a friend of Jealous Gaming, who's been on our show several times. He's one of our OG members in our Discord. And
he's the one that actually introduced me to the show.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Now, he has a big gaming family. Is your family the same way? Does everyone in your family game?
That would be cool, but no. I think the extent my dad does is on the iPad. So, but no, my brother games a lot. I have an older brother, sadly, but also not because I love him. But yeah, he games. I think he mostly plays like Minecraft and some like I want to say historical games. You know what I mean, like kind of the military old games kind of deal.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Sims and or military sim kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm the, I guess, only like person that kind of really has a very wide palette, I would say, in terms of video games.
Okay. Well, what type of video games do you play?
So, other than Destiny, of course, so my best friend James lately got me into Elden Ring. So I've been playing that a good amount, but the new season for Destiny came out, so I've been playing that a bit more. I used to play Warframe a good amount. I don't really play it a whole lot anymore, but maybe one of these days I'll jump back into it. But those seem to be my main go-tos at this current moment in time. I have played Hollow Knight. It's a very fun platformer game. I would suggest it. So, yeah.
Nice. I'm familiar with Hollow Knight too. My daughter loves watching me play it because it's the only game where I die more there than I do in Destiny.
Yeah, that game is pretty brutal sometimes.
Yeah, that's Mr. Die Man over there. That's what his daughter nicknamed him. That's awesome. Well, okay. Then how did you find Destiny? Or I should say, how did you find Destiny 2? Because you didn't find Destiny. You found Destiny 2, correct?
Yeah, well, so obviously growing up, I also kind of grew up with YouTube. So a lot of Destiny 1 content I remember like coming out, and everyone was like, "Oh, this is the like best game ever." You know, it's completely not like anything else. And I remember wanting to go play it, but I never had a console to go play it. So Destiny 2 was the first time I actually got to play Destiny. But actually, I really didn't get into it until towards the end of Forsaken, when a friend of mine was like, "Hey, this is Forsaken. You should like go get it, go play it." And I was like, I don't know if I want to spend the money to go play it. And then Shadowkeep came out with the New Light program, and I was one of the first New Lights because I was like, all right, you know what? I finally have enough money to do it. I have a decent PC. I'm going to go play Destiny.
All right.
I've been hooked on it ever since.
You know, I got to ask, what do you think of the New Light program?
It depends. Which iteration? Because I think we're in our second or third iteration of it.
Bungie's been criticized as not really explaining the game too well, or at least it's all opinions vary. Opinions vary on how that New Light system is. So, I mean, just overall, your overall impression, if a new player was coming to play Destiny 2, do you think it would be pretty easy, or do you think it's going to be pretty tough?
I would say learning the mechanics of the game is pretty easy. Like, it's because, you know, it's an FPS, so it's pretty similar to most games in that regard. Of course, like, learning supers and everything would be a little new, but for me, like, personally, I would say I enjoy it for the most part, because when I came to the game, the New Light experience was, hey, this is some things that are unique about this game, right, and why don't you go explore that? And the way they went about explaining it, like the first go around, I think wasn't very good, because you kind of had to fill in the gaps.
Yeah.
I would say these days they do it a little bit better, but for the most part, it's still like sometimes ambiguous.
Yeah, and we'll get into that later in the show. That's kind of our topic of the week is perceptions, player perceptions. But No, I was just curious overall what you kind of graded it, because I dipped my toe into Elden Ring this week. I played for about 4 hours with my son, and it was pretty straightforward. You go down a cave, they show you how to do everything, and you come out of the cave and you're ready to play. And oh my God, I love Elden Ring. It's so much fun.
It's a beautiful game, isn't it? I
just can't believe how big it is. That's what throws me away. That's what throws me off is, that's what throws me off is it's just, let's go over there. And like, oh my God, I can't go over there. Some giant bats. I'll get my butt kicked. So let's go over here. Oh no, there's a troll. I can't let him know I'm here. So I'm like, so you know what I did? What do you think I did, Hazel? I went around and picked flowers. I started farming materials.
You're like, hey, is there a bounty for this?
I looked everywhere. There's no bounties. There's no NPC that offers bounties. But
There's quest lines.
We did go down into the mining area, and we got a bunch of I guess stones so we can craft stuff. And we did kill the big ogre boss down in that cave, so that was a lot of fun. You know, me and my son were working together. It was really cool. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm sure you have a lot of good memories and bad ones coming up in the future with that game.
I'm sure I will, but that's okay. I grew up having to play bosses, and there were no save points. You just had to come back and play them again. And you finally memorize all his little quirks and movements, and you get past them. And then it's an accomplishment, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, sir. So it sounds like you have a vast gaming repertoire. So why do you game?
If I'm being brutally honest, to distract myself from the reality of life, because life can get really annoying. I'm sure you guys know that sometimes.
You're talking
so
about guys.
it's really nice to just sit down and like just forget about all of that and just enjoy something for like 3-4 hours where you can just be in this completely different place and like spend it with your friends and like people you meet in game. And it's such a nice like break, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Totally get you, man. Totally do.
Completely.
I think a lot of us dads, work all day and, be adults and stuff. When we come home, it's so nice to be able to just escape into a game.
Not to say like life can't be enjoyed.
No. I wasn't implying.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't implying that. Yeah, I mean, dude, life's fun, man. It's just nice. It's just a hobby. It's just something that Why am I answering the question? I'm not under the spotlight here. I'm just saying I agree with you. I totally get where you're coming from when it comes to distracting yourself from what's going on. Cause there's enough pressure and crap in the real world. It's nice to be able to escape it. You're very active in our Discord community. And, I was just curious, what's one thing you really love about being in a Discord community? What's one of the pluses? Maybe for someone out there that's maybe on the fence about coming into a Discord community.
So I would say probably the funnest aspect I have in it is like you just sit down one day and you have a conversation that like say like it's just me saying good morning to Haz, and like we just completely turn it into something else that just becomes so much enjoyable. Like for instance, we could just be roasting you and like constantly adding you in Discord and just seeing if we can pick on you for like 3 hours. Like stuff like that is just like, it's the stupidest stuff, but it's hilarious.
I just love that I'm the punching bag for our community. How the hell did I draw that up, Hazel? I drew the short straw? Is that what happened?
I want to say that it's pretty much self-inflicted.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew it. Yeah, okay. I'm going to have it coming a little bit sometimes. Well, what is the number one thing or activity you do without fail every week in Destiny 2? I'm just curious.
Every week without fail.
Yep.
Asking if you do bounties.
Yeah, do you do any bounties?
I do.
Yes.
Only when required, though.
That's
I'm
okay.
going to state that.
That's okay. You do bounties.
When I feel like it, I'm not like those person that like would go, oh, this vendor has, 4 daily bounties. I gotta get them all. Or, I haven't done my weeklies. I need to get those. No, I'm not like that. I'm just like, if I'm feeling like picking up a few from the gunsmith, why not?
Yeah, I'll take it.
But, like, I maybe do a maximum of 4, and I'm done.
It's all right. You do bounties. Team Gator. There we go.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a Team Gator all the way.
I mean, at least, hey, you know what, Frosty? At least you didn't buy your levels in the season pass. I don't know who the hell would ever do something like that.
I mean, yeah.
Wow.
Why buy levels when you could just, like, spend about 30 minutes getting one level?
How's it feel, Hazel? How's it feel?
just get 100.
Yeah.
I don't think Gator heard that last part.
No, I didn't. I didn't hear that last part. I probably will when I'm editing this later. And I'll go, son of a bitch!
Yeah, exactly. Like I didn't mean to say that.
Edit it out. Edit point.
I think the most I do bounties is like the beginning of a season, just to get it me to a point where I can get the XP bonuses, so that way I don't have to do bounties pretty much.
Well, I mean, you think about it. The first 3 levels of your season pass or 5? I can't remember which, but you get double XP for anything you turn in.
5.
So yeah, so once you get 5 levels, then you can go back to doing what you want. But those bounties, especially your weeklies, they're 12,000 each. That's 24,000 XP towards your artifact, towards your season pass bar, any of that stuff. So I'm just saying.
I mean, the reason I really don't care is because the seasons are long enough where it's like, I could really not try and I'll still hit 100.
Yeah.
And I'll like unlock the entire artifact. So
I'm not defending Hazel here, but he probably, he wanted those ornaments for that armor. He wanted to wear it early. Secondly, I think he's playing other games, so he probably has to think about his time.
Yeah, I am. I mean, I'm playing Elden Ring as well.
In what world am I defending Hazel? Son of a gun.
I mean, to be fair, those ornaments were pretty spicy.
They are hands down the best ornaments Destiny's come out with so far. I mean, they have literally evil smoke coming out of the helmet. I mean, how much more badass can you get than that? Anyway,
I don't know.
Digress.
Yeah. Yeah, you made my point for me, so thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, Frost. So what I was going to do is actually go to our signature questions, and then we're going to save some of the discussion talk for our main topic.
Perfect.
Okay.
So, Mr. Frost, do you have any other hobbies besides gaming?
A few, yeah. So probably my biggest one currently is going bowling with some friends. I do a weekly league currently. It's not an official one because I think they're like in an off season.
Yeah, it's
maybe.
summer. Summer's like a 6-8 week season, whereas a full season is like 35 weeks.
Yeah, so
yeah, it's almost.
So every Wednesday I go bowling with Jealous and a friend of mine from school that's also a coworker of mine.
All right, who has the highest average?
Definitely Jealous by a significant margin.
Okay.
Damn it.
It's all right. It's all right.
I wish I was as good as him, but I'm not. I'm getting there, though.
I was rooting for you. I was like, come on.
Yeah.
Hey, if anything, this week I did pretty damn good. So hopefully, if I keep that up, I can bump my average up.
What's your highest game?
Highest game, probably like 216, 221, but that was like a long time ago.
That's not bad. Okay, I'm going to guess your average. I'm going to say your average is 160.
A little high. I'm averaging currently around 140, 150-ish.
Okay, that's not bad, man. That's pretty good. That's probably right there in the middle as far as averages. If you have a 200 average, you're in the top, probably 25%.
John did challenge me to like get my average up by like 15 pins by the end of the season.
That's what I love about bowling, man. You can have little wagers. Yeah, think of a bowling league, a full real bowling league, as when kids go back to school in the fall. That's when bowling starts, and when kids get out of school before the summer, that's when bowling ends. At least in my town, it's a good 35 weeks. It's crazy. All right.
Well, I can say this.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that, Jealous may have a better, bowling stat line than you.
Mm-hmm.
But you have a slightly higher PvP ratio than he does.
What?
Oh, this is true.
Whoa. Wait a minute. What now? Are you looking up his stats?
I mean,
we have. Because he does scrims. They both do.
Oh, so you have that.
Yeah.
I don't have that data.
well, maybe if you would show up.
I'll be there tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Fear of monkey.
Okay.
I will have bells on. I will have bells on tomorrow. I've got a
Watch
plan.
him say his internet goes out again tomorrow.
I've got a plan. I've got a plan.
Oh,
I got a
Monkey
plan.
gonna be there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Chaos.
I'm sick.
Mr. Monkey matter. Damn it, I did it again.
Mr. Monkey.
I did it
You're
again.
Really bad with this,
I'm really bad with monkeys. There's a soundbite. There's a soundbite. No, I'm Kill a Monkey. Yeah, he's my nemesis. Me and him, and he wins a lot of the battles, but that's my challenge. And I have a
He
plan.
wins a lot of battles against everyone.
I know, but I have a plan. I want to see if it works tomorrow. We'll see. It depends what team I get. So.
Is your
By the
plan
way-
to roll over on your belly or roll over on your back and show them your
I'm
belly?
a gator. I'm
and
not a
just leave you alone?
possum. I'm a gator, not a possum. Come on.
I might be the bane of your existence tomorrow because I won't be at my desktop. I'll be on my laptop. So we'll see.
Please plug in your
connection.
Ethernet to it, please.
I did get a laptop with an Ethernet port, so
All right, there we go.
we'll be able to do that.
There we go. I'll be happy.
Are you going to be sitting behind Jealous?
Probably.
Oh my God. Again. All right.
So, okay. I'll make sure not to put you two on the same team. Then.
Yeah, please don't do that. Yeah. Okay, I have to ask. And I've been wondering this all day. Dude, what's behind the gamer tag?
Okay. So this tag has a lot of like different ways of how I came across it, but I guess the original way, or like the most one that like comes to my mind, is I was playing Battlefield 4 a lot around the time of its creation, I guess you could say.
It was a great game, man.
And yeah, it is. It's an amazing game still. And I just remembered, I was like, the game engine that they have for it's called the Frostbyte engine. And I'm like,
right.
That's an awesome name.
That's right.
And then I was like, how can I make that my own? And because I'm like, I love that name so much. And then I thought to myself, I was like, well, instead of like Frostbite as in like, chilling of the hands or whatever, I was like, why don't I just keep Frost, and then for Bite, because I'm into technology or whatever, make it a computer bite. So that's kind of how it came across.
I like it.
So
I like it.
Nice. That's like one of the best answers we've ever had for that.
Yeah. I mean, it's sometimes so random how people make their gamer tags. And then sometimes there was actually a lot of thought put into it. That's why I asked the question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
I wish I had more thought. But anyway.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. So, Frost, do you have a motto or mantra or a couple of them that you live by?
I think I have a few. Trying to remember them is always the challenge, because like I'll just completely forget about it, because at this usually like with a motto or whatever, you kind of like live by it, so you kind of just
state of mind.
really forget about it and just do it kind of deal.
Yeah.
But I guess my personal one is live in the moment, because like I'm always looking to hang out with friends as like the most I can, or just enjoy the time I have.
Hell yeah.
The best
Take
I
it all
can,
in, man.
so.
Take it all in. Absolutely.
Nice.
Probably the number one.
Okay. Well, I'll take us out, Hazel. If you don't mind, I'll take us out with one of my favorite questions of the show. And that is, what's one thing about you that our community may not know about you?
Ooh. I have currently below me, because of how my house is, I have a bunch of Legos. I collect a bunch. I've built a city with my brother, and it's probably not something I talk about too often, but when it comes up, I do mention it. But I'm sure there's probably at least 100,000 Legos that I have.
Wait a minute. You said you built a city?
Yes. I do have images.
Can you please send that to our Instagram? I want to see this. I want to see this city.
It's pretty big. I think if I remember correctly, it spans across like 4 tables, and then we have like 2 just dedicated to just spare bricks.
Yeah, I gotta see this.
And we have it everywhere.
Yeah, if you don't mind,
just downstairs.
Yeah, DM it to our show DM, and
Gotcha.
And Hazel will put it in her. He's our Instagram manager. He'll put it in there, and we'll tag you in it. That'd be great.
Yeah,
I need to figure out the password again. But yeah.
Oh my god. I'll look it up for you.
Yeah, that's just downstairs.
I'll look it up for
Me
you.
and my brother, we also have a bunch of Legos upstairs. Like just around me right now, I have a Saturn V rocket to my left, and I have a space shuttle to my right. I got some other stuff. Christmas, I actually got the Ultimate Collector Series Imperial Star Destroyer, which is currently in my room. Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet. Dude, I love Star Wars stuff. That's great. That's great, man.
That's cool.
Well, hey, Frosty, thanks for sharing your life with us tonight.
No problem.
All right, Hazel. Speedrun time. We'll do that right after this.
Call the Praxic Order, call the Thanatonauts, the Jinsen Scribes, call everyone so they can witness you.
All right, listeners, this segment is called the Speedrun. This is where we have a database of over 385 questions that I'll ask off my list. Frostbyte here will have 90 seconds to answer as many as he can. These are short 1 or 2 word answers, and at the end of the year, the guest with the most answer will win a prize and title of 2022 Speedrun Champion. The questions are asked at random, so no one can memorize the order, and just quickly answer what comes to mind. And of course, be in context. That's what we ask. Just answer the question honestly. Tonight, I'm going to ask the questions from my list. Hazel is our timekeeper and quality control expert. In the event of a questionable answer, Hazel's decision will be final. And of course, he will adjust the clock depending on how much I stammer like I just did a minute ago. So, Our leader so far is Kingsley Mack with 40 questions answered. So what do you say? You ready to do this, Frost?
I'm not sure I can beat 40, but I'll be pretty close, I think.
What? Let's just have fun with it and just see where it goes. I'll ask the questions as quickly as you answer them, so it's strictly up to you.
Gotcha.
Ready, Hazel?
He will ask them faster if you threaten legal action beforehand.
I'll just call up Laz and be like, all right, I need your help on this.
Hashtag I do take Venmo. Okay, here we go. Ready, Hazel?
Yes, sir.
Let's do this. 3, 2, 1. Warlock, Titan, or Hunter?
Warlock.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Probably Europe.
Void, Solar, Arc, or Stasis?
Stasis.
Should there be freelance solo strikes?
Yes.
Favorite superhero?
Batman.
Cake or pie?
Cake.
The Office or Parks and Rec?
Office.
Strikes, Crucible, or Gambit?
Crucible.
Favorite color?
Blue.
Smooth or chunky peanut butter?
Smooth.
If you could choose, who would voice your ghost?
Nathan Fillion.
Human, Awoken, or Exo?
Awoken.
What's the best sandwich?
Sandwich.
Flawless GM or Flawless Trials?
GM.
What's the worst job you've ever had?
The one I'm at right now.
What's your favorite Destiny planet?
Europa.
Fallen, Vex, or Cabal?
Vex.
Gators or Crocs?
Gators.
King Kong or Godzilla?
Godzilla.
Sonic the Hedgehog or Tails the Squirrel?
Sonic.
Waffles or pancakes?
Waffles.
Ikora, Kate, or Zavala?
Kid.
Xenophage or Whisper?
Xeno.
What number am I thinking of?
2.
Are you superstitious?
Maybe.
Game disc or digital download?
DLC.
Sneakers or loafers?
Sneakers.
Happy or sad failsafe?
Happy.
Would you rather fight Scorn or Taken?
Taken.
Most used app on your phone?
Instagram?
Wired?
Time.
Nice. You have been falling pretty much right there where a lot of our past champions have fallen. I think I know the number, Hazel, but how did he do, man?
29.
Yeah.
29? That's so bad.
That's...
Oh my god.
Hey.
I know there was like 2 that I like really took my time on.
You know what, though?
Damn.
You know what? I'm proud of you that you took your time to answer them and didn't just say something.
Yes, you did.
I know there was like 3 that I was like, after I said, I'm like, why did I say that? But
it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, what's your bet? What's the best sandwich? And you said sandwich?
Yeah.
I was just like, I can't think of anything sandwich.
He cracked under pressure, Hazel.
He did. And just to be fair to Kingsley, I did not count that one.
Yeah, I figured you wouldn't. So it's all right.
Yeah,
Yep.
That's oof.
Hey, that was fun. Good job, man. Good job. I mean, you're right there.
Yes.
You're right there on the top end of the bell curve. So you did good, man. You did good. I mean,
All right.
I got 1. I think RNG Gator got like 2, and I think good old Elmer Fudd, I think he got 1 too. So, or did he get 0, Hazel?
Yeah.
I can't remember. Did he get 0?
I think he got 1 because we forced him to have one.
Yeah, we forced him to answer a question. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, that's how that goes.
We took an answer that was questionable, but we
I just
still
know I'm gonna get shit for like not breaking 30. So
Well, you would have had 30.
close.
You would have had 30 if you would have just said a sandwich. That's all you had to do. I know it's easy to
well, I
say
did.
for
I
me.
said a sandwich.
It's easy for me to sit behind the microphone here and asking the questions and seeing them in advance. So I have nowhere to talk here. So good job,
Yep.
man.
I
You did
think-
good.
I think next clan cast, I think they need to ask us the questions.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
I think
Hazel.
it's time.
Yeah, you know what? We got the new list now. We got the expanded list. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Well, maybe we'll do that.
I wasn't able to get on the last clan cast.
It's all right.
I was sad.
No big deal.
And they can make their own questions, or
Oh,
we can
God.
send them a list.
Okay.
They should probably make their own questions.
That would
I
be
think.
kind of cool,
I
actually, to
think
make
that
their
would
own
be
speed.
more fun.
Like, everyone could pick, like 5 questions or something. Oh, God.
Or just make their own.
Oh, God. I'm getting panic attacks. Okay, I'm good.
You know Brittany is going to take full advantage of
I know
that,
she
right?
will. You don't think Rodimus is going to take advantage of that? Mhm.
Oh,
No, he
he's
will.
not in the clan. He's not in the clan.
Oh, that's right. But Hades is, though. Oof.
Yeah.
I'm sure Hades would come up with some really funny ones.
Probably.
Oh, I'm sure.
Probably.
He gives me a good laugh every once in a while.
Hey, well, good job, man.
Yeah.
That was a good job. And
Nicely done.
nicely done, sir. Nicely done. Hey, you that's listening right now, do you have a great speedrun question for our next year's speedrun? If that's a yes, join our Discord. Come on, join the Discord. It's a lot of fun. There's a link right there in our show notes. Enter them in our speedrun question ideas channel. And like I said, we'll add them to next year's speedrun. Remember, they need to be yes or no or 1 or 2 word answers. Either or questions are also accepted. And don't forget, what's your favorite? I love those. At the end of the year, we're going to have 2 drawings for a $25 gift card of your choice. And you can enter up to 5 questions to go into the drawing. So that's 5 chances. All right. And also, we'd like to ask, while we're at a pause here in our show, if you like what you're hearing tonight and you're being entertained, do us a favor. Hit that share button on whatever app you're using and just send it to a friend on your phone and say, hey, you play Destiny. Check this out. So thanks for that in advance. All right. Sounds good. Let's move on to the next segment. And that is This Week at Bungie. Hey Guardians, just a quick reminder that we now have a Destiny 2 clan, and Hazel and I invite you all to be a part of it.
If you're looking to find a clan, now would be a great time to jump in and get to know some of these great gamers you've heard. We're not hardcore or anything like that. Enjoying what time you have for Destiny is all we ask.
So, if you're looking for a clan out there, we have a permanent link in our Discord under the channel GDC Destiny 2 Clan, where you can find a link. Otherwise, look for Guardian Downcast Pod, and the link will be in the show notes of this podcast. Right down there.
So, I lied before when I said that we don't ask anything of you, because we actually do. We ask that you do join our Discord first, so we can communicate clan stuff to you, like clan podcasts and clan nights, and just random shite like that. Besides that, you can lurk all you like.
So join us. All right, 6th week of Season of the Haunted. Hazel, what's going on with this week at Bungie?
Another week, boys. All right.
There you go.
All right. This week at Bungie, tune those weapons. So they give a TLDR, which is basically what I'm going to be going off of. So airborne effectiveness, for those who aren't aware, has unfortunately been not very well received by the community. So Bungie, in all of their infinite wisdom, has said, hey, you know what? We can do better. So they are moving up basically like the patch from season 18 to this season. So they're basically combining them, and they're not going to combine everything, just a majority of. So the first thing with airborne effectiveness is basically they are, put it bluntly, they're reducing the impact that airborne effectiveness has. And what that means to everybody is that you'll be able to jump up in the air and shoot people more. Yay!
Your bullets will actually go where they're supposed to go.
Well, I mean, but here's the thing, though, okay, is that the thing that people weren't understanding is that Bungie wanted to make it harder for special ammo things to kill.
Yeah.
So, like, a lot of, like, clips that you would see were people with, like, snipers that were, like, you know, jumping up in the air and trying to snipe everybody, and sure enough, it just wasn't working. So, I mean, and that's what people weren't taking into consideration. Now, again, I mean, you know, Bungie has been taking some steps to, like, fix some of the issues that have been coming up, like, Lion Rampants have been getting, they're getting an AE buff, so that way it can work right. Other things are getting the same thing, same treatment. So, I mean, Bungie's doing what they're doing, you know, they're doing the right thing, and, you know, all that, because they want people to play their game. So, yeah. All right. So, all of that being said, sorry, I'm doing the 1590 Nightfall solo.
Oh my God.
What?
Nothing.
I'm at big, like, you know, the big boss guy. The big.
You know what, Hazel? I'm proud of you.
Go hide in a corner. Go hide in a corner. You got plenty of time.
I am, actually.
Hey,
why are you proud of me, Frost?
Why? Because you're doing it solo, right?
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
1590?
Yeah.
Because that's what, Master?
Yeah,
Damn,
Master.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at the boss.
Getting you prepped for your GMs, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
He's already in training. He's in training.
Yep. You know this.
I'll have to carry you.
Please do. All right. So back to the TWAB. So improved baseline airborne accuracy and aim assist for all primary weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Added a static airborne effectiveness buff to some existing perks, which is pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And raised the base airborne effectiveness stat on several exotic weapons.
But they didn't.
That.
They wouldn't tell us which ones, though, right?
No.
Hmm.
They gotta leave some things to the YouTubers.
Speaking of Astacross, get on that test. Start testing weapons again as soon as that patch drops.
Well, he was actually like pretty excited because one of the things that's getting buffed,
right,
is the 450 auto rifles.
Mm-hmm.
And he hasn't tested the Fire Fright yet, so he's like, there we go.
I saw that. I saw it in his video. That was hilarious. Yeah.
Okay. And that's one of the next thing, actually. So, tuned up some underperforming primary weapon subfamilies in PvP. So, that being said, that means the 450 auto rifles are... Okay, well, actually, wait a minute. Okay, so airborne effectiveness changes. What do you guys think about that? Is this a good thing, bad thing? I mean, Gator, you alluded to the fact that earlier that this was like Bungie, like, I don't know. You were saying there was some controversy about this.
No. Well, what I was saying is a couple TWABs ago, they said, we're not touching this until next season. We got better things to take care of right now. So good luck. Have fun. And now they're coming back and saying, all right. So, I mean, this just, furthers the point that they listen to their community and they react to their community. And, they're not waiting until 1st of August when the next season comes out. They're going to do it right now. So I like this. I mean, it's going to appease a lot of the content creators who have been complaining about airborne effectiveness. And now they'll give them, it'll create more content for them because they'll be testing weapons. They'll be doing new reviews with the new weapon types now that have been buffed. So, but there's been a lot of controversy, and mainly from the higher skill players, and at least the ones I've talked to or seen. And maybe not Mr. Monk. God, did it again. Maybe not Kill a Monkey we talked to last week. He says he didn't care. But a lot of players have said that it was generally a major nerf to just about everything. And unless you built into it specifically, and some were saying even if you build into it specifically, that it still was bringing it back to just what it was. It wasn't really improving it. I don't know. These are just what I'm hearing in the field.
Of course.
But yeah, that was the big controversy and this is Bungie's answer. They're saying, okay, maybe we put it in a little hot. Maybe it was a little too crazy. So now we're going to start equalizing things out. Maybe they did it purposely to see how everyone was going to react to it. And they definitely got some feedback. They did. Yeah. What do you think, Frost?
Yeah. What do you think?
For me personally, so I don't really notice it a whole lot because I don't really find taking gunfights in the air to be too thrilling because normally I would be dead. But I support it to a certain degree because it certainly, eliminates a bit more of the, heat rises warlock with a sniper at that back end of the map just sniping you off spawn kind of deal. But it has its benefits, and I think them coming back and adjusting it a bit will probably help. Because, at least for me personally, I think there were some stuff that came out a little too overtuned, so maybe this will help that a little bit.
Yeah, my only fear is that it's only going to raise the skill ceiling even more than it already is. Because if anything, changing the airborne effectiveness, this is a movement-based game, and the people who know how to move around PvP are usually the upper-tier echelon players. So this is only going to help them get better or be more effective. And for some of us plebs who don't really shoot in airborne situations much, it's just going to make our experience a little bit tougher. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out.
I mean, I don't notice it too much where, I can sit there and be like, this gunfight I lost to AE. Normally it would be like me, I know I lost that gunfight, but I don't think it's too, overbearing. So
yeah, we're kind of splitting hairs a little bit here because people who aren't in the know that just play their Crucible every week just to get their pinnacles and stuff, they're probably not going to notice much of a difference. But for us out there who are stat nerds about everything, we're definitely going to notice. I don't know. I think we will.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it is going to raise the skill ceiling, but if you think about it though, good. You know, I mean,
I give up
not?
on this conversation because I've been trying to defend the new player that comes in to try to play Destiny and PvP, but
you're not the new player.
I know I'm not, but I'm like the old grandpa that wants to help people get used to PvP and enjoy it because it can be really rewarding. It can be rewarding, you know? Once you punch through that skill ceiling, it really is rewarding. It really is. And I don't know, with our PvP episode we had last week, I just feel that we were trying to get people pointers and stuff to work towards that would get them into that area. But that's kind of where I'm at now.
Yeah. So what were you going to say, Frost?
I mean, compared to, I guess, new players, Gator is definitely not a new player, but I would say it exists for a reason, and I'm sure that because like with those newer players, you either, at least how I felt when I was playing, is you either pick up on it or you fall behind, and then if you fall behind, you just gotta keep working at it until you get back to where you were, you know?
You know, it's like any hobby or anything you're trying to improve on in your life. You either decide to put the time in and learn how to do it, or you move on to something you have more importance in, something you has more priority in your life. So I just I told myself a long time ago, and I wanted to give a shout out to RushJet and a lot of his friends. I was on their podcast, the Space Station Break Room this last week, and we kind of had this conversation about Crucible, and I kind of came off as a little smug, and I started listening back to it. I'm like, geez, I sound like an asshole. No,
you know how we all feel.
Yeah, God damn, it's too late. All right.
It's like every day, Gator.
But no, it's like my point I was trying to get across there,
right,
is that it's something I really worked hard toward getting better at, because I was getting tired of getting dumped on when I played Call of Duty or when I played, I'd watch people on YouTube playing. I'm like, you know what? I can be that good. I just have to practice. And granted, my eye-hand coordination's not as fast as a 20-year-old's. So I have to adjust. I have to adapt and play the game differently than a 20-year-old would. So, I mean, that's all I was saying, is that when I do something terribly or I make a mistake or I get killed in Crucible, I kind of take it personally because it's kind of a shot, maybe to my ego, you could say, but it's more a shot to my studies in this field and trying to get better at the game. But I agree with Rush now that I listen back to it, is you have to, the language you have to have when you're in the Crucible is, man, that was a stupid move. I died because I did this, instead of saying I died because that guy was cheating, or that guy was, how did he get that kill? I mean, that's just scrub mentality, right? A Senate nomad. So yeah, I'm coming full circle now, and I'm realizing, one, Destiny PvP is not a competitive shooter. And once you understand that, then you just have fun playing. And if you want to get better at it, and getting better at Destiny Crucible, by the way, means you're getting better at any first-person shooter game. So it's not a waste if you don't stick with Destiny for a long time. This is something that'll help you in any of your first-person shooter type games. So I just had to say that because what I said on his show, it felt bad about that. I wanted to make sure I corrected that.
Nice. Well, I'll have to make sure I check that out and give you grief about that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, why not?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thanks for that.
Hey, you're welcome. That's what I'm here for.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm sorry. I delayed the conversation. What else? What else is up in the TWAB this week, Hazel?
Okay. So real quick, I did want to touch base on two of the talking points here about some of the weapons or some of the perks that are actually getting airborne effectiveness. Air Assault is getting plus 10. Extended Mag is plus 10, and Steady Rounds is plus 7.
Steady rounds. Okay.
Yeah, sexiness all around there.
I like this.
Okay. So I mentioned the buff to 450 auto rifles. Hand cannons, 180s are getting a buff.
Uh-oh.
Everybody's still kind of like, it's still not going to be much. So, well, it's just 180s though.
Yeah, but the body damage is going from 37 to 40 and crits 57 to 60. That's a 3-point move.
Yeah, but it's still two crit, 2 body though.
That's pretty good on a 180. That's because it fires, a lot faster than a 140 or a 120. I don't know.
I still feel like
1.33
140s will have their place.
1.33 in body shots, it's saying. So now, I guess it's average.
Yeah. Pretty much. But, so there is that. And now here's the one that I'm most interested in. Scout rifles.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Uh-oh, indeed.
Oh, no.
Okay. So, scout rifles, precision, are going from increased body damage from 34 to 38, and then crit moves from 54.4 to 60.8.
That's huge.
So that's 2 crit, 2 body.
Oof.
On a 197 hit point guardian.
I think that's a tier 5, I believe. Oh, tier 8? Tier 7, maybe? Tier 7.
Yep. Then, high impacts are getting a body increase from 38.2 to 42. And then crits are going from 66.9 to 73.5.
Wow.
Damn.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
I might have to... Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I might have to, go through my vault and try to find that one high impact, scout that I was holding on to just for that one moment.
Might be bringing the Jade Rabbit back out of retirement.
Jade Rabbit slaps because of how much stability it has.
Yeah.
So you just, don't move.
Especially if you have the, what am I saying? The Catalyst, it's 80 stability. I mean, my goodness. It's crazy. And with you can't put any mods on it, so it'd be 80. That's pretty damn good. It's pretty up and down.
Yep. I'm just looking over the guns here that are 150s. So that's the Perseus D sniper.
Perseus sniper.
We were talking about
I was going to say, yeah.
Scout.
Okay,
All
okay.
Right.
I mean, what about the night?
I view them all as snipers. The Night Watch, you said?
Well,
Night Watch is 200.
Yeah, it's a faster firing one, but they're getting a buff too. I mean, what about Transfiguration?
No,
that's a 150.
Night Watch is lightweight. Lightweight isn't.
Oh, it's just to the precision.
Precision and high impacts. So 180s and 150s.
Transfiguration.
200s aren't getting a buff.
Thank goodness I kept that one. This is why you keep stuff in your vault.
Oh.
Public
so you can run it
announcement.
again and get it again. Wow, what a thought.
The Scholar from
Tears
Trials.
of Contrition.
Yep.
Tears of Contrition. The new one that's dropping, which is pretty nice.
Yes.
Hung Jury. There's a sexy one for you.
I wish I had those. That's when I was not running GMs.
I need to get me one.
You can't now.
Mm-mm.
Oh. Did they remove it from the pool?
Yep, they did.
They have to be
sad.
so careful with scout rifles because they can really pendulum fast toward the wrong direction if they get dominant. I'm
Pretty
sure
much.
that's probably the one weapon they have to just really, really be careful with the numbers on. They're just so accurate.
Well, it's probably the reason why they don't touch them too often, you know?
Oh, I remember the Mida meta.
Yeah.
The Mida was king, man.
Yep, exactly. Vision of Confluence is a 180.
Oh. The Vision. Oh, I'm getting excited.
Yep. Yep, there we go. Okay. And then there's some others, but those are the cool ones. All right. Shotguns. PvE buff. Linear fusions are getting a PvE buff as well, but only when it comes to flinch.
That's fair.
Glaives are basically getting not really a buff, but it is a buff. Along with Ariana's Vow and one out. The Forerunner is another one.
Oh,
yeah.
God, the Forerunner.
So basically, they are getting a PvP buff where basically they're getting more ammo per brick. Because before they were only getting one, which wasn't.
That's an
basically
annoying
it was.
I'm sure Monkey will be happy.
Yeah,
I'm thinking
exactly.
of Respawn. That man crutches on that weapon. He'll stay invisible for 25 seconds, shoot you in the head with 2 shots.
Forerunner. You're talking about Forerunner. We're talking about Glaives right now. But
oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I read
but
that.
Forerunner is getting the same thing.
Yeah, see?
Same with Ariana's Vow.
Right.
So. But yeah. Okay. Any thoughts here about weapon archetypes? I think we've pretty much talked about it while we were going through it.
I am glad that they...
Of course, Gator has a thought.
Well, I mean, Learned Striver... I was playing Trials last week, and Learned Striver...
I haven't even mentioned this.
Well, you said weapons.
I mean, he mentioned linears are getting reduced flinch in PvE.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Are you going to talk about the flinch in PvE on Lawrence Driver?
No. Carry on.
Thank you. Okay. Well, Frost, did you have any thoughts about the archetype changes?
No. I think it'll be a nice buff for them.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Scout rifle.
Exotics. Lawrence Driver is getting a nerf, and actually 2 nerfs. Reduce the aim assist from 32 to 22 and reduce the suction against players as well.
Good.
And then
good.
removed the universal 2x flinch nerf as above for PvE. So. Okay. Gallahorn is too dominant in PvP, so they're nerfing it in PvP, which includes Gambit, by the way. So, pretty much, long story short there, primary rocket no longer has proximity detonation, and Wolfpack rounds now deal half damage to players. They killed this weapon for PvP.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. Well, I mean, the problem is, Hazel, when people... everyone would carry a Gallahorn into PvP because, one, it would impact before it actually... There wasn't any accuracy. You didn't have to be accurate. No. Because it got near the rocket got near you and it exploded, proximity detonation. But what was more annoying was the little Wolfpack rounds would follow you forever. You wouldn't even be in the same room and still get killed by it outside the wall. It's crazy, man. I'm glad they did this. Take this out of PvP.
Oh my God. Oh, and you wonder why people give you so much shit.
Hashtag use real guns.
Deserve it.
Use real guns in PvP. Okay, I can kind of see how I take the brunt of punching bag now. I kind of get it. I kind of understand now. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you deserve it.
Yeah.
He probably does.
I'm appalled. Okay. Discord, let him have it.
No.
Okay. The last word has reached usage level on controller where it warranted some adjustment. Because that's how Bungie do. Reduced hip fire precision aim angle by 50%. Reduced damage and aim assist fall off distance by 3 meters. Okay. Forerunner, Ariana's Vow got the increased ammo there. And then evaluating the airborne effectiveness stat on other weapons. But they are increasing it for Suros from 23 to 31, Whisper of the Worm 9 to 20, Monte Carlo 21 to 29, and Forerunner from 22 to 27. All right. Prime Gaming. Mic drop. Look at that. That's a goodie. As well as a sparrow and a ghost shell, it looks like, or a ship, or whatever the hell that shit is.
It's a ghost shell.
Yeah, it's a ship.
Ghost.
No, it's a ship, actually.
That's a ship?
And a okay. There is a ship also in,
Okay.
but
I believe
that
you.
is a ghost, though. I'm just read what it said.
Okay.
But who knows? Maybe there could be a snazzy emblem like there was this past one.
Yes.
So
I love that
make sure to get that. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Then Pride Strike Team. Pride at the Park in 2022. And then they give the code here for the Pride emblem. That code is ML3, F as in Frank, D4, N like November, D9. There you go. Yourself a snazzy new emblem. All right. Grandmasters are coming. FYI. So go ahead and get out there and get up to the light. So that way you can go ahead and knock out some Grandmasters with your boy Hazel or carry him. Frost is so.
I'll be carrying you.
Hey, I'll take it.
Stream this.
I weigh a lot less than Gator does. So
Hey, I'm dieting, man. I'm getting better. Anyway.
I remember Jealous telling me that you were doing pretty good. So keep it up, man.
Thanks.
yeah,
I'll take it.
Gator's doing his thing. So
As long as there's a bounty.
yeah, the bounty is living. Okay. So shit's broken.
There it
Pretty
is.
much, nothing crazy. Shit's broken. Leg Day, movie of the week, which were pretty cool. Art, which is always amazing. And a goodbye from Sam. And he basically gives a little bit of, just a little bit of a hint towards Bungie Day coming up on July 7th. So be on the lookout for that.
I forgot about that.
And then also, where have you been on your...
I've been working, man. I'm busy.
So, and then also, Bungie has been also dropping some tech blogs and community focus
Yes.
articles as well as a neat little article about the Nerf Gallahorn. So,
Yeah. That's cool.
there
Not
we
the
go.
Nerf
So-
to Galhorn, the Nerf Galhorn.
Yeah. Nerf and Nerf.
Clarification.
Here's a Nerf and
Both.
here's a Nerf.
Both, yes.
Yep.
Okay. There we are. And ladies and germs, that is a TWAB.
Thank you, Hazel. Appreciate it, buddy. I didn't interrupt
My
too
favorite part-
badly. Well, maybe I did. Sorry.
My favorite part to every single time to the TWAB is when you just say shit's broken. Like you don't even go through what it is. You just like, it's broken.
Well, actually, I just want to mention that we're having our drawing tonight for our for our question of the month, and Shit's Broken stickers are going to be included in some of that swag. So,
Ooh.
oh, we got some Shit's Broken stickers. We got some Get Toddled stickers.
I was really
too.
wondering where you were going with that.
I know. There it
Yeah,
is. I
so was
stepped
I.
right into it. All right. Thanks, Hazel. And, well, you know what? Let's move on to our topic of the week. We'll be right back, guys.
Hey, everyone. Looking for some like-minded gamers to talk Destiny with?
Or maybe just a place to de-stress and talk with others about life for a bit.
Or maybe just a place to discuss the latest movies, TV shows, and new music out there.
Well, wait. What about channels with New Year's resolutions or other goals? Oh, we also have a fitness section.
Well, you're also forgetting about channels with links to our clan, SpeakPipe, show music playlists, or even where to get a t-shirt, mousepad, coffee mug, condoms.
Man, you're forgetting about the podcast questions channel, where listeners can put in their questions for the show, and we'll play them live.
And our show feedback channel, where listeners can talk about past podcasts and...
Just stop. Hasn't this shameless plug gone on long enough? Hey, everyone. Just look for the GDC Discord community link in our weekly show notes, wherever you get your podcast out there, or just visit guardiandowncast.com, where there's an invite link you can use anytime.
And later, Guardian.
Just stop it, man.
What?
Just lay off the caffeine, man.
It's definitely not caffeine. It's sake tonight.
Okay, this is our topic of the week, and the reason we have this topic of the week is because Frost messaged me a couple months ago, I guess, and said, listen, I'd like to talk about this subject. And Frost, I'll just let you take it away, man. You have the floor.
All right. So I remember listening to your guys' podcast for the first time, and you mentioned hey, you guys have been playing since day one, and I was like, it'd be kind of cool, if you had someone newer on the show that really hasn't done that, just to see the difference in what you guys have seen and the expectations you have for Bungie when they come out with new stuff versus say that newer player that hasn't really, gone through that and they're just experiencing it for the first time. So that's why I wanted to do it.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
That's a good topic.
I like this.
So, let me start by asking you this. What are your perceptions when you see the seasonal model? I mean, that's something they didn't do in Destiny 1.
So, yeah, I don't know exactly how it worked in D1, obviously, because I didn't play during it. But in terms of the seasonal, I think it's pretty good tie-in because you get to see, say, for instance, I know, take last year, for instance, with, the start of Season of the Hunt going on, we kind of got to see the aftermath of Forsaken, right? And we get to see Crow's story. I know, Gator, you love Crow so much, but just seeing him go from, a person that has been chosen by the light, but doesn't know anything about becoming a guardian to now where he is at this point where he's just trying to be as helpful as he can. Cause the season gives a lot of context and stuff behind those characters. And of course, in the book, the lore books that they ship along with it, I don't know how many people actually read those.
I've read them all.
Do.
All 4.
Yeah, and they had some
he's talking
cool details.
about the lore in the actual game.
In Destiny 1 or Destiny 2? Destiny 2?
No, so the lore pages you get for doing the weekly
Destiny 2.
stuff.
Gotcha. See that we didn't have that in Destiny 1, Frost. And you mentioned my name, so I'll answer you. You were asking me about Crow. Crow was a real.
You love him, right?
Crow was a real dick in Destiny 1, but you know what I realized?
No, he was not.
When you went to visit him the first time you went to Venus in Destiny 1, he did not want to help you. He wanted
Aldrin.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's a completely separate character.
You got me.
Fucking shit.
You got me. You got me. Aldrin was a dick. And you know what? You know what I realized though? I realized because he was so much of a dick that I knew he was going to be in the future of this game because he stood out as a really a good character. It got us fired up. I mean, he told us to get a head from what was it? A Vex,
Gate Lord.
Gate Lord. Yes. And in fact,
they didn't even need it.
We didn't even need it to do it. He just sent us out to try to get killed. He sent us out to get killed. You know,
I mean, I don't know what his expectations are for someone with paracausal, abilities, but
I mean, he ended up, we ended up doing this, and this was the soundbite that I always remember.
Oh, we slayed a Gate Lord.
Oh, we slayed a Gate Lord. You remember that? Where our ghost is like, hey, asshole, we slayed a Gate Horde for you. You didn't think we would do it, but we did slay one. And here you go. And then he pulls out the eye and says, oh, it's dead. Too bad. And then finally Queen Mara says, come on, quit hazing these people. and show him how to get in there. You know how to get into the Black Garden. Come on, show him how to do it. He was always very hesitant to help us at all. He was always just so unhelpful and so hateful. I don't know. What do you think, Hazel?
I mean, are we talking about Crow again?
Aldrin, Crow. I mean, it's really weird for me to see Crow in the helm right now because
it's not Crow.
I know.
Or, well, it's not. I mean, it's not Aldrin. It's Crow.
Yeah. See, you're even.
And I
getting
think
confused.
that's the thing. No, I'm not getting confused. I thought you were saying Aldrin because you said it's weird seeing him there, but why is it weird to see Crow there? Crow should be there. Aldrin should not be.
I think what Gator's trying to say is, like, it's weird seeing the body of Aldrin in the helm, but it's a completely different person.
Yeah, he can't separate the person from their actions.
Probably. Anyway.
And that's a you thing, man. That's a you thing.
Okay.
I mean, I understand, I do, but I mean, you kind of got to get past it.
But Frost, you joined Shadowkeep, right? Or the end of Forsakens when you joined?
So pretty much the last week of Forsaken, I bought Shadowkeep, and then I bought Forsaken and went back and played Forsaken before I did Shadowkeep's campaign.
You saw where Aldrin shot, or someone shot. Yeah, Aldrin. He shot Cade 6, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you saw that.
I
so how does that make you feel now that you see him in the helm with the game?
I remember. So I'll say, like, at the end of Forsaken, I was like 100% on board. I'm like, yeah, let me just take this Ace of Spades and put a shot into your head real quick. But, like, and then when, I remember there was, maybe it was before Beyond Line, or like leading up to Beyond Line, or when Season of the Hunt came out, the cutscene of Aldrin getting rezzed, I was like,
yeah.
Oh, this had to be really interesting, and I want to see where this goes. And, as like time, I think like, pretty much Season of the Hunt when it was going on, I was like, you know, he seems like a completely different person. I could care less. Like, I think he'll be fine, kind of deal.
And you know what?
So.
That was that was just a random, like, clue back in that season, showing that cutscene where Pork Chop, the name of the ghost, pork something, came and revived him into an actual light-bearing guardian. And that's one of the first times that Destiny threw me a curveball, and I did not see that coming. I thought Crow was dead. Now, one of our questions in our Fast Fire segment is, who shot Crow? Aldrin or Petra?
No,
I mean,
shot Crow.
I mean, at the end of that cutscene, it goes black and you hear a gun. Who shot Aldrin? Was it? Yeah, I'm sorry. I get confused.
Sure I think it's implied that Petra shot him.
You think Petra did it?
Yeah.
See, I always thought we did it.
It's like heavily implied.
I always thought we did it because the screen goes black and all you hear is a gunshot. I think I did it when I was playing the game. You think it's Petra though?
I think it was like Season of the Risen. Petra might have like mentioned like hating seeing him again after she.
Oh.
I think she like almost name drops that she shot him, but I don't quite remember.
It was a little vague. Okay.
Yeah, I think she kind of like still kept it vague, but for the most part, I think she was like sort of implying she did it. So,
see,
but I could be very wrong on that.
Now, see, your question or your general basis is where our perceptions as Destiny 1 Day 1 players versus you coming in at the end of Forsaken into Shadowkeep.
Yeah.
There were and jump in here, Hazel. Destiny 1 was very arduous to play sometimes. The quality of life was there was not many quality of life things. In fact, you would go in and repeat the stories to get try to get better drops and gear and stuff. I played those the campaign story modes. I played those so many times in Destiny 1. Did you do that, Hazel?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, Real quick, I did want to throw this out there.
Yeah.
One, I beat the 1599
Nice.
solo.
Good job.
Congrats.
And then two, you didn't ask me about who shot Aldrin.
Well,
yeah.
that's all right. Who shot
What?
Aldrin? Did we shoot Aldrin? I mean, did you shoot Aldrin, or did Petra shoot Aldrin?
So my answer is twofold. I think that if you are a D1 veteran, you shot him
Okay.
because you have that,
Hatred.
kind of, sort of, yeah, exactly, for Aldrin.
That's
And
weird.
I think that if you are a newer player and you don't have that with him, maybe somebody who joined in
Forsaken,
maybe
maybe?
not really Forsaken. No, because maybe Forsaken. I don't know. But maybe after Forsaken. So Shadowkeep,
Right.
for sure Shadowkeep
Season of the
would
Hunt.
be
Yeah.
that. No, Shadowkeep was Season of the
Shadowkeep was Undying. That was the first
yeah.
season of Shadowkeep.
yeah,
Okay.
Undying.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So, but yeah, in Shadowkeep, it was Petra, is my thought, is how they would probably play that out.
So
just
depending
because-
if we were Destiny 1 players versus Destiny 2 players.
That's actually
Yeah.
kind of cool way to
That's a
look
good
at
idea.
it. I never
didn't think
thought
of it
about
way.
that.
Yeah, I didn't think it that way. See, because I always thought it was me.
I have no concept of all this stuff you guys are talking about where you're not a fan of Aldrin. I have no clue about that. I've looked and seen D1 cutscenes or everything, but I'm sure there's a lot more that happens outside of that I just don't know about because I haven't
Mhm.
played D1. So yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I like that.
Other than the Vex, I think Aldrin was one of our most hated characters in the game in Destiny 1. Like I said, he was not cooperative and made life crappy for us.
I don't know. He was a dick, but nothing major.
Maybe maybe it was because it was early in the storyline. Maybe that's why I'm holding on to that thought. But anyway, we could go down a rabbit hole there. But
So that's just one thing that we're talking about.
right.
Go ahead, Frost.
Yeah, so that's just one example of the complete disconnect that I find interesting. Another I think would be really I think cool probably to explore is the Exo Stranger. Cause I know in D1 you guys was it the first base, right? Is when you get introduced to her. And then Beyond Light came out and you actually get story. What does that feel like to you just waiting all that time to finally get something on this character?
Well, real quick, before Gator chimes in.
No, I was going to let you go.
Oh wow, holy shit.
Yeah. Imagine that.
That's
But-
possible.
But one thing that you don't know, Frost, is that Luke Smith, in all of his infinite wisdom, came out and said that we aren't going to learn any more about the Exo Stranger for a couple of years.
That is true.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know about that.
So yeah, he came out and said it. So we all sort of were like, all right, whatever,
But
Gotcha.
that always
okay.
bugged me, though, that I didn't know more about her, though.
Of course it did. Yeah. Because she had this cool ship. She had this cool transmat thing that she
Mhm.
would do.
She was talking to someone in a different dimension. Crazy.
Yeah, exactly. All this craziness. And I was just like, oh my God, who is this person? I want to know more about them. And never.
I think we mainly saw it as a missed opportunity for a cool storyline. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, so Frost, there's a book if you're interested in it. It's from Jason Schreier. And the hell is the name of it? Blood, Sweat, and Pixels.
Yeah.
That sounds really cool.
I read that book. It was a good book.
It is fantastic. I've read it a couple times actually. And he talks about basically like the background story behind Destiny. And it basically went, I mean, it's not all Destiny. It's like The Witcher 3 and all these other games, but it was just brutal. Like, I mean, they like scrapped everything basically like 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just threw out some shit. And at the, like, it was getting time to go. And they were just like, let's just go with it. And
gotcha.
It's like the little game that shouldn't, basically.
Like the little, project where you're like, there's no way this thing is going to get me an A+ on this exam. And then like you get 100 out of 100 and you're like, ow.
Yeah. Well, Destiny's never been a 100 out of 100.
But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I mean, look, you read that story or this story about the game and how beleaguered it was. And then you see where it is now and you're like, it's like night and day differences. Like, it's like this game shouldn't even be here, judging from how it started out.
Gotcha.
But yeah, Blood, Sweat, and Pixels. That's not just for you, but for anybody.
Yeah, it's a good book. I don't read many books, but that's one I definitely read. It's a good book.
I'll have to look into it. I haven't really been reading anything too much lately, but
well, did you have any other questions as far as Destiny 1 versus New Lights?
I guess
I have a question for you at the end, but yeah.
Oh, okay. I would say like I guess my next thing that'd probably be huge is storytelling. Like, cause if I've heard this correctly, in D1, you guys would like get an expansion and then like wait for like
almighty,
ever.
Did we ever?
And then they would be like, hey, yeah, we're still alive. Here's the next expansion. And you're like, oh my lord.
Those were called
give me it.
Content droughts. Yes.
Yeah.
That's why when everyone complains about seasons and stuff, I'm like, I love this. It's a constant flow of story. It's a constant flow of something to do in the game. I don't know how many times, Hazel, we ran things over and over again because there was nothing to run. There was nothing new to do. So we just ran over things over and over again.
I don't give a shit about that, honestly. I didn't mind the content droughts.
You didn't mind them?
No.
Oh no, it drove me nuts, man. It drove me nuts. I was a big fan
of content droughts.
No, I was a big fan of the game, and I wanted to hear more. And another thing, speaking to content droughts, is they would open up a storyline in a DLC, and then they would just cut it off, and you're just like, well, wait a minute, what's the end of the story? Where's this go?
Wasn't it like the Dark Below came out, right?
Oh.
And then House of Wolves, and then Dark Below 2, or whatever.
Dark Below was the first, and then House of Wolves, right?
Yeah, and then it was
oh geez, it's been so long.
Not Witch Queen, but
Taken King?
With Taken King.
Taken King. And that changed that really changed the game. That's I don't know if you can agree with this or not, Hazel, but that's when they brought the light system where you could actually work at getting your light level up. It wasn't all about levels.
Light system?
You actually, it's power. It's power now. It used to be called light.
Okay.
We were building your light levels up, and you hear a lot of people say, "Yeah, I was trying to build my light level up," and then people go, "Oh, I meant power level," because that's what they call it now is power. But it's the same thing. But it gave you so many different ways to play the game, even if it was repetitive stories and stuff you were playing. There were so many ways to. It basically is when the game actually had a long-term. A long-term replayability, right, Hazel?
I don't know, man. I loved the content droughts. I mean, they would release the game, you'd play through all the content, and then you were left to the world. And you could take it and you could, like myself, I mean, that's when I mastered Crota. I did it solo.
Yeah.
That's when I Sherpa'd people in Kingsfall. That's when I mean, it was kind of like, honestly, it was like, they would say, here's the game, here's the DLC.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you burn through all of that, then it's almost like you got to hone your craft at that point.
Right.
Then if you were a PvP player, you dove into PvP a lot more. There was Trials, there was Iron Banana. But, I mean, if you weren't in that, then you were probably doing raids or strikes, which even, I mean, they had things like in strikes called Daybreak.
Mm-hmm.
Where you could have basically it was like mayhem in strikes.
It was fun. That's when
I pretty cool.
That's when I remember loving playing strikes. But now strikes are just so dry and boring.
Who would have thought getting your super every 2 minutes in a strike would be amazing?
During the content rounds, I still have these videos on my YouTube channel. They're very old, but where I would solo Nightfalls back in Destiny 1, and they were tough, man. Going into solo Nightfalls back then, if you died, you went to orbit. You were done. Start over.
So, Grandmaster solo.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
Exactly. And the light levels.
Grandmaster, but here's the thing though, Frost, is that, Grandmasters, are, I would say, probably harder than Nightfalls.
Yes.
Than
D1 solo Nightfall.
Yeah. For sure.
A lot more modifiers.
Just because modifiers, champions, locked loadouts. There was none of that in D1.
Back in my day, life was much more simple in Destiny.
All right, calm down, Grandpa. Time for your nap.
I love it. So I've got a question for you, Frost.
Yeah.
What can Bungie do better for the new player experience for you? What could they have done better that, granted, you're still here. You're still playing the game. Shit,
Mm-hmm.
You're on a fucking podcast about this shit.
Probably because it's an addiction at this point.
You've got Destiny-itis, man. Destiny-itis.
Yeah, that's kind of hard to say because, I know when it came out, it was definitely not really well polished. And then I think, they're on their third iteration of it or whatever. It's a bit, a lot better because now it revolves around, I think mostly the Cosmodrome and stuff. But, I think it would be nice if, cause you go in, right, and it gives you, alright, so this is your grenade, this is what a class ability does. You press this button and you do a thing, right? But, it teaches you all these game mechanics, really, but it doesn't kind of attach you to the story really well.
Yeah.
'Cause, so I remember when I popped in and, so it had me running around, the EDZ or however it was back then. And then I get immediately thrown back into the tower and it's like, hey, go meet this person. Go meet this person. It's like this, blue space dad, he does a thing, right?
Blue space dad.
And I remember sitting there, I was like, who is this character? What does he do? What is his story? I don't know him. And then they were like, alright, go meet this guy. He does weapons and he has, his memory is pretty bad. And it's like, okay, but why? You don't have, it doesn't do a whole good job at, conveying that story. And then at the very end of it, it's like, alright, you can go do whatever you want now. We still haven't told you, anything about the story, but have fun. And it's just I don't know what to do because, for instance, if they tied it into the story a bit better, I think it would be beneficial because then you can sit there and be like, okay, say they explain that's Zaval is an Awoken, and this is what an Awoken is. And then, say, like, Forsaken was still around. Then you'd be like, interesting. So the Awoken have a queen, and, she is missing, and now, we have to go fight the prince, I guess? And, like, now I have to lead into the Forsaken. Like, it giving us something to tie us into the story, so that way you're not sitting there like, alright, so the Witch Queen just dropped, and the, 10 years of Savathûn terrorizing Guardians, I don't know what that's about. I just know that she is doing something. Can you understand what I mean? I probably did a pretty bad job of explaining that, but...
No, I follow.
No, I know exactly what you're saying, because a friend of mine in IRL, I work with him, and he's started Destiny. And he's like, I just enjoy running around shooting stuff. Like, the gun mechanics are fantastic. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, but I was like, man, that's just so fleeting. I'm like, there's like the story in this game is like just next level type stuff.
Also, sorry to cut you off. If I remember correctly, with the new light, when they first dropped it, it was like, you get the first few expansions for free, because I know I was able to play Warmind and Curse of Osiris for free. I didn't have to pay for those. Oh, wow. And I was able to play that storyline before, it got shoved into a vault somewhere, never to be seen again. And so I remember they were like giving the notion like, hey, you could play Destiny for free. I remember that was a huge thing they were like trying to push, like, hey, you could play this game for free. It's a free to play game. And then, like, as I played it more and more, I was like, there is no way you can play this game without paying for it. Because, like, I remember with the new light stuff at the time, some of the seasonal content you couldn't play without buying the season pass.
Yeah.
And you just wouldn't get story beats or whatever that coincided. Now, maybe you're like Monkey and, your life is just Crucible. I don't know. He may actually do some PvE stuff, but as far as I know, he mostly plays PvP, so he may not, like, care about that, right? So, I mean, in that instance, it doesn't matter then. But, like, for someone that says, I'm a completionist, I want to play everything. But, like, if it's being said, hey, it's a free-to-play experience, but then you get there and it's like, I can't do this, though, unless I pay for it, then it kind of doesn't really make sense. So.
Destiny 1, if you did not have the DLC, you couldn't play. Nothing was free. Yeah. Nothing was free in Destiny 1. If you didn't buy the game, you didn't buy the game. Destiny 2 gives you so much for free. There's so many things you can do. You can run strikes. You can play Crucible. You can run and do Gambit. You can play Gambit. You can play initial parts of seasonal stories. Not to mention, you can just run around all the planets that hasn't been sunset, and do whatever you want on them. Just like your friend you were saying, Hazel, just wants to run around and shoot stuff. They should be able to do that if they want. Destiny 2 is much better. It's really improved in many ways.
Yeah. Frost, I got a question.
Okay.
What was it that hooked you with Destiny?
If I'm being honest, so to me it felt similar to another game that I really enjoy, Titanfall, because it was like FPS in space, and it's not like the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare kind of space, like actual space kind of deal. And, so like I started playing it, and, it just felt a good kind of different, I mean, now I don't like roller coasters, so this is a bad example for me personally, but it's like, so say you get on a roller coaster and you're like, I'm not sure how I feel about this whole G-Force thing, but we're gonna give it a shot. And then, like, at the end of the ride, you're like, that was a lot of fun. I want to do it again, kind of deal. So I feel like Destiny was like that for me, where it was just like, it had all the components to it, and then I just did it, and I was like, something about this clicks, and I just want to keep playing. So, okay. And then it had like a really awesome story to back it up. So, versus like, I don't know, a cookie cutter game where it might give you something a lot different that isn't as polished,
Frost, did you have any other questions for us on this topic?
In terms of, so you mentioned how in D1, you guys didn't have like a seasonal format. You guys had just expansion, and then you waited. So, yeah, in hope that, it doesn't get canceled.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Exactly.
So, would you rather, because I've heard differing opinions on it, would you rather have it how they still have it now, where it's 4 seasons a year? Or would you say maybe like 2 or 3 seasons where they could probably put a lot more stuff into it and it would be a bit longer, but you wouldn't have as many. So you may not get a specific thing that they would probably touch on otherwise. But
you're saying
you would still get more.
Going from 90 days to like 120 days?
Yeah, because I know, like, what was it, last year? During COVID or 2 years ago.
The last season was
when they had a really long season because they had to push back Beyond Light, I think, or
you're right.
Witch Queen.
Witch Queen, yeah.
Yeah, Witch Queen, yeah.
Hazel, you want to answer that first?
Which one would I prefer? Oof. I'll let Gator go first.
Okay, fine. I got an answer. I got an answer. Now, see, the one thing, gamers have very short memories when it comes to complaining about Destiny. The one thing that I heard on podcast, I heard in Reddit, I heard on forums, I heard on everywhere was, you know what, Bungie? Just give me credit for killing things. Just give me credit for playing the game. So what does Bungie do? They give us seasons where anything you do, any XP you get, whether it's from a bounty or the 300 XP for killing that vandal over there. Yeah, I know how much XP it is. It adds to that bar on your season pass. And guess what? When you complete a level, you get something for killing stuff and playing the game. Imagine that. What a concept. So my only pet peeve with the seasonal model is most of us get to 100 pretty quick. I mean, if you're an average player in Crucible, you get to 100 pretty quick. I think they should have a prestige system where you get a special emblem when you complete 100 and you go back to 101 or reset and go back to 1. If you want to do that the Call of Duty way, I don't care. And have another tier of rewards up to 200. And if you want to prestige again, you get another emblem. That would make people play this game all the time. Sorry, I'm being a little dramatic for emphasis. So that's my only pet peeve. But this is what people don't remember about playing in Destiny 1, other than the content droughts, was, you know what? Give me a reason to kill stuff. Give me something for my time played in Destiny. I remember 30 and Still Gaming saying that on his podcast. He's been doing it for 7 years now. So that's my answer about seasons. And I think if they go to 120 days on a season, I'm fine with that as long as they create that prestige system that I just mentioned. If they don't, then 90 days is perfect for me. Floor is yours, Hazel.
I don't know, man. My deal is this, pure and simply, that I don't think they could tell the same stories that they're telling in 120 days in like a big DLC drop.
Mm.
I think that's where my point lies. I don't know. I just don't think they could. I mean, they would have to change everything in how they do the game.
Yeah, and it's kind of fits perfect. It fits perfect right now, Hazel, because we have 2 weeks until the solstice event. That's going to last for a couple weeks, right? Will that take us into the last weeks of the season? I can't remember, but the story should tidy up, right?
Yeah.
The story should tidy up perfectly in a couple of weeks. So 90 days works out perfectly, especially if there's some kind of seasonal event.
I'm not going to go that far and say that it works out perfectly because, I mean, I just don't think that I don't know. I mean, I understand your concept of, prestiging the bar and things like that, but no. That's not what they want. Because if you think about it, they already get engagement, like very good engagement from this game.
I would challenge Bungie if they did a prestige system on the season pass, their engagement would go up at least 25% across the board. I guarantee it would. People want vanity items. People in Call of Duty, they want that new emblem to show that they're prestige 2 now, when everyone else is still a corporal. I'm telling you, people want those vanity items. They want to be. But it's also good. It's
also easier to prestige in Call of Duty than it is to.
But it's similar
to 100. But it's similar in concept alone, but it's not feasible according to like anybody who's ever played Call of Duty.
Dude, Call of Duty's been out since what? 2002?
Gator, you missed my point.
All right, say it again.
It's not about that. It's that, yes, I mean, they can certainly do that, but how many times would you prestige in, say, 90 days in in Call of Duty?
In Call of Duty in 90 days?
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay.
Or in a year.
Let me think about this. Because usually within a year, because the next game came out the next year, I was at least 10 prestiges. At least. And it went up to 20. In the latter games, it went up to like 20 and 25 prestige. I mean, they kept raising it because people were playing this game like crazy. And they just said, fine, we'll give you a new emblem. Here, there's a 26 prestige. And people would show it off in the lobbies.
Okay, so that's my point, though, is that you would prestige 10 times a year.
Well, according to the Call of Duty system, yes. Usually because that's what it maxed at. And then they went up to 20. And I think a lot of us did that too.
Okay. Did you hit 20?
I can't remember, honestly. It's been such a while since I played Call of Duty.
Okay.
But I was definitely up there, man.
But what I'm saying is that it took less time to hit the prestige marker.
Well, they scaled it.
You could hit the... Exactly, right. And I'm saying that Bungie's not going to do that. No. Bungie isn't going to...
They don't have to.
Like, change... But you just said...
No, they don't...
But they should.
No, they don't have to because on our own, we have people that are level 400s in our... I mean, we have people that hit 1,000 rank in the seasonal rank. They hit 1,000 in one season. I mean, granted, he was raising money for charity. But I see level 400s and 500s all the time mid-season. All the time, man.
All the time, huh?
I do.
I mean, I will admit that, like, I get up to maybe 150 to 180 usually around a season. So, and, like, there's not a whole lot benefit of me, like, getting up that high. It just kind of happens.
Let's see, I'm looking at my...
It's all passive, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, because once you hit 100, I mean, logical people will stop doing bounties and just be like...
But you're still getting XP, though, for...
all
right, fine.
But logical people will just go ahead and be like, oh, you know what? I don't need to do bounties anymore. I've hit 100 of my season pass. The XP is not going to get me anything. And I just think I don't think that Bungie wants to set the bar that high where they say that, hey, I want people to play this game and prestige that much. Because there's already a lot to do in this game.
There is, but not everybody wants to do everything. An example of someone who's they've already actually kind of used prestige method with the gilded titles, right? You go in and you have to complete this other handful of objectives to get a gilded. That's a prestige. It's a prestige. You're getting a little number next to your gilded title. That's a prestige.
It's not necessarily.
I mean, I'm just hypothetically.
It's like a dumbed down version of prestige.
Yes, it is. It is. But it's still the same method.
Yes.
So I know, like, for me personally, if there was a prestige system, for instance, say, like, Joe Blackburn's like, all right, we're going to put this in the game, like, right now. If they did that, like, the rewards have to be tangible enough.
Of course. That goes without saying.
And, I mean, yeah, emblems are cool. Like, I know, I have, like, my collector emblem from Gambit, and I love that thing to death. But, like, emblems can only carry you so far. And,
yes.
Like, for instance, for me personally, I know I would like upgrade stuff. So, like, golf balls.
Upgrade modules. Even upgrade modules.
And stuff like that. But, like, for you guys, I know you guys have been playing longer, so you probably just have stacks on stacks of that shit.
No, there's a problem. There's a problem. No, there's a problem with that because you can only hold 25 upgrade modules at a time. You can't really farm them. So they
upgrade modules.
Upgrade modules to rank up your
He's talking about golf balls.
Yeah, I know. Golf balls are part of the rank up in building up your armor. Prestige in your armor, or not prestige. Now you got me thinking prestige. But, masterworking your armor. Yes, you need those. You need a lot of them. It's very expensive to do.
But, like, my point is, like, you guys will have, obviously, probably a lot more than I have, just because of the fact you've been playing longer, so you probably have more of it, so that reward wouldn't be as enticing versus me. So, that's, like, kind of what I'm saying. So, like, the reward has to be good for, like, all players kind of deal. And for majority of the time, emblems do satisfy that. Like, for instance, I know solo flawless dungeons. I know, like, for me, I got my prophecy dungeon emblem, and I've been chasing that for like 6 seasons, and I finally got it. I'm like, that's awesome. I can rock this now. But, like, that carries me so far, So
yeah, I
don't know. Maybe maybe like adept weapons. Maybe if you like tied that to it.
Well, wait a minute now. One thing they did change this season is every time you reset your rank on Crucible, Gambit, or Strikes, you get another slot in your weapon. That's an improvement. At least that gives us a reason to reset our Crucible rank or whatever. I mean, they're heading in the right direction already. I just think it's the next inevitable thing. Because the season pass, I mean, let's face it, a lot of people will play based on that season pass. And all right, right now I'm rank 140 on the season pass. And I've only played a month in this season. There's 52 days left. All right, a little over a month. There's 52 days left in this season. If I had golf balls, if I had upgrade modules, if I had enhancement cores, materials that I'm going to need to get to the next level on my gear or to upgrade weapons or my ghost, you need enhancement cores to upgrade your ghost. Any of that
enhancement cores. This fucking guy.
I'm telling you, dude.
Frost, how many enhancement cores do you have, man?
Around 150.
That's not a whole lot of enhancement cores. You go through them pretty quick. Now,
I mean, I really don't feel it.
Now, I will say this. I'm going to my inventory on Dim here. I just did a bunch of upgrading on my armor, making builds, because gosh, there's so many fun ways to make builds now. I've been using a lot of golf balls, enhancement cores, enhancement prisms. Those are not cheap either. And I have a total of... All right. I have 438 of them. But I used... No. But you know what I had before I started upgrading my armor for all these builds? I had over 1,000. It's already been cut to the 400. And I'm doing bounties every day.
how many people go out and set up? How many builds did you set up? How many armor pieces did you masterwork?
I've got, I keep adding more and more, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 builds right now, and I still have 2 or 3 more.
That's not what I asked. That's not what I asked.
That's just for my warlock, by the way.
That's not what I asked, Gator.
You
said that you physically sat down and you basically made some builds and you used these enhancement cores
to masterwork armor.
To masterwork armor.
Yes.
How many pieces did you masterwork?
Oh gosh.
He's asking, individual pieces.
Total pieces?
Individual pieces last time.
I have 50 bonds that I've masterworked. I have,
50?
It was an example.
Oh. It was an example.
Okay. No. Yes. Bonds, this is only one character. I have 2 other characters. Masterwork bonds, I have 4 on I'd say about 4 per character because they're different element types and I can use different mods because of different element types and I don't want to pay to keep switching out the element.
Okay. But
so that would be what? 12?
What I'm trying to get to.
Yeah, please.
Isn't that how many do you have altogether per character? But you said that you had 1,000 on this day. And then now you're down to
400.
Under 500 now.
Mm-hmm.
And that I'm just curious. I'm actually tempted to just masterwork a
Go ahead.
Complete set of armor.
Let's
here.
do it live.
Let's
see how much it takes to master one piece of armor. And it takes glimmer and it takes legendary shards. Legendary shards. Go ahead. Let's do it live. I want to record this.
Bitch. I'm sitting on 586 enhancement cores. I've got 50. I'm maxed out on enhancement prisms, and I'm sitting on 5 ascendant shards.
Okay.
So
I wish.
Let's see what you use. Keep track. Just do it. Just do a. You're a Titan, right? Let's just do a mark. Do a mark.
No, I'm.
Or better yet, do an exotic piece of armor.
Well, all my exotics are already at 9 anyway. So
why don't you go to 10 on them? You get extra stats across the board.
Motherfucker, I know this.
Okay.
But I'm saying it takes 3 ascendant shards.
You're going to lose this argument. I'm just saying.
I don't understand how. But
because
I'm just simple.
How many?
Well, this is interesting. Right. So
okay.
Wait a minute, Gator. Wait a minute. So you're the plight of the everyman here, Gator. Mm-hmm. So I'm getting ready to sink 3 ascendant shards into my Laurely Splendor helm here. And guess what I noticed?
What?
It cost glimmer, legendary shards, and an ascendant shard. No enhancement cores, no enhancement prisms.
I'm gonna do the work for you. My Syntheseps on my Titan, I just clicked them. It just told me what I have to do to masterwork it. From 1 to 10, it's gonna cost me 3 golf balls, 5 ascendant shards, 5 enhancement prisms, 30 legendary shards.
5 ascendant shards?
No, 3 ascendant shards. He means 5.
3 ascendant shards, 5 enhancement cores, 5 enhancement prisms, 30 legendary shards, and 24,000 glimmer to go from 1 to 10.
That's not much.
That's only one piece of armor, dude.
For an exotic. For regular, it's 16,000 glimmer, 3 enhancement cores, 3 enhancement prisms, and 1 ascendant shard.
Yes.
That's not much at all.
That's very expensive.
You must have made...
all right. No. Let me turn the question around on you, Hazel. What do you got to do to get an enhancement? What do you got to do to get up? How much does it cost?
Because you're famous for doing this. Let me just finish my point, okay?
Go ahead. Please find that end.
You said that, well, I would if you would actually follow the trail that I'm leading you to.
Okay.
But, so you said that you spent 400 enhancement cores. 500 enhancement cores.
500, yes. I made a lot of builds. I upgraded some ghosts.
I'm trying to figure out how the hell you spent 500 enhancement cores.
I wonder how much of that was him putting it into upgrade modules to level up his gear.
Could be. Yeah, I had to use those.
Because
what I'm curious, Frost, are you at the tower? How many enhancement cores does it take to buy one enhancement prism? I'm just curious.
That would require me to have the game on right now.
Well, Hazel has it on. Hazel, let's go to the tower. Let's take a trip, buddy. Let's go to the Cryptarch and find out what it costs for one enhancement prism. How many enhancement cores?
7.
You mean an upgrade module?
Okay. So it takes 7 enhancement cores to completely get a ghost shell to 10.
Yes, that's not very expensive. That's not my point. If I wanted to say let's just say.
Please hold. I'm going to the tower. So
I'm just curious. I want to upgrade I've got my Syntheseps, right? And I want to upgrade them. But I don't have a lot of enhancement prisms because I don't play Nightfalls. And I'm just curious, how can I get enhancement prisms other than playing Nightfalls or having a ghost that gives me an occasional enhancement prism when I get a headshot in Crucible, about every 10 games, by the way. Just curious. If that's the only way I can get enhancement cores is to buy them enhancement prisms is to buy enhancement cores. And by the way, it takes 10 enhancement prisms to get one golf ball. It's expensive, dude. I'm trying to tell you, it's expensive to do it. That's why I have no enhancement cores. I had to convert my enhancement cores to enhancement prisms into golf balls. Or
my God, man, you are that. I mean, do you even Destiny? That's not how you're supposed to play the game.
What do you mean?
Farm Nightfalls.
All right. I have another question. If I want to, let's say I'm a new player.
You're taking the path of least resistance, which is not the path of least resistance. It's costing you way more money.
To be fair, understandable what Gator's probably going to mention here. If you are a newer player, you're probably haven't established really, I guess, a play group or whatever to go and do like Nightfalls and go like do trials and that. By the way, definitely join the Discord so you can do that. But like they probably just haven't gotten there to where they can go out and like farm that stuff. So they probably are more inclined to buy stuff from the Cryptarch and putting them in a deeper hole than they already are.
You want to get in 5 enhancement cores, you have to spend 150 legendary shards, by the way. Believe me, I've done it before. I needed the enhancement cores. There's no other way to farm enhancement cores other than doing the 4 bounties, the 4 gunsmith bounties every day. You'll get 4 enhancement cores for doing that on each character. So you could literally get 9 enhancement cores a day. There's no other really good way to farm for enhancement cores.
Dude. No, you can also get them from deleting gear.
That's at random. That's RNG.
It is.
It doesn't happen.
Common.
It may be, but when I need them, I need them, and I can't sit here and. So what am I going to go to my? So what am I going to go and start dismantling my nice legendary stuff in my vault, hoping that one will drop? No thanks.
I mean, so you're telling it would solve your space issue.
You have 600 spaces that are almost all filled up.
Actually, I'm looking at my vault. It's 600 of 600 right now.
So you're telling me that you have 600 of 600 in your vault filled up, and everything in there is quality worth keeping?
No. To answer your question, no. And there's a reason I have.
Delete that shit.
No, because this is another problem.
Tell us.
If I want to start and I have a lot of stuff, I'm going to start crafting weapon wise. And guess what you need for that? You need another consumable. You're going to need, not only.
You know what I need? You know what I need right now?
I need a drink.
A break.
No, he needs a drink.
I need more beer.
Yeah.
I finished.
Not only do you need resonant alloy materials, which you only get from dismantling legendary stuff, and you can only hold 80 of them.
More just for this episode. And
then you have drowned alloy, which you can only get from dismantling raid weapons that have a raid perk. That doesn't have a common perk. It has to have a raid particular perk. Those you can only hold so many of. And then to boot, you need, of course, resonant elements. You get these from Deep Sight.
From deleting
Deep Sight.
No, the resonant
from completing Deep Sight weapons.
Alloy?
Resonant element.
Alloy.
No, I'm sorry, no, not elements. What am I thinking of here? I'm looking at my inventory here. It doesn't show how many I have, but it only holds
resonant alloy.
No, Resonant.
He's Resonant Elements.
Resonant Elements, which you get from the red border weapons.
Yeah.
That's the reason my vault is full at 600, because when I get a deep sight weapon pattern, I put it in my vault if I'm not going to use it right away. And that's stored materials for crafting a bunch of weapons, which I have a lot of weapon crafting to do in the future here. I know you haven't crafted a lot of weapons, Hazel.
Then fucking get on that.
I am getting on it. But what I'm saying is... I could
probably speak for Hazel here. And, so I only have 188 space in my vault that I'm actually using. And I don't really, do a whole lot of weapon crafting, but I do it occasionally. I've crafted an Austringer and that. And I'm still pretty full, but I only have, a few red boxes, and I'm still fine. I'm not really hoarding it a whole lot, because at this point, a lot of the, I want to say, world drops and seasonal weapons you get, majority of the time, they are most likely going to be a red box. I think it's every 3 I've gotten a red box.
I have 20 sniper rifles ready to turn in for Resonant Elements when I craft. Once you start crafting, you'll understand the expense. You have to work for this stuff, man.
What are you talking about? Dude, I've already been crafting stuff.
You told me in the last podcast that you haven't really done much. All right, you crafted one weapon. Is that what you're saying?
No, I've crafted maybe 5. But nothing crazy. Just the shit that I really want.
Here, my point is, you're asking me why my vault was so full and why are all these necessary? No, these aren't all necessary. But as they start increasing more weapons that I can craft, then all these duplicate beloved sniper rifles I have in my vault, I can get rid of those because I've crafted the one I want to use. And guess what? If I want to change something out for PvE, I just go and I insert that perk in. It costs a few resin elements and I'm done. There's no this is what solves the problem with the vault problem.
It doesn't solve the problem
because
at all,
there's not enough weapons to craft right now. That's why.
The problem with the crafting, Gator, real quick here, is that once you unlock a perk, it's not unlocked. You have to buy the perk again if you want to,
yes,
or if you want to switch back to it.
If it's an enhanced perk, it's real expensive.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying is that's the reason why you still probably have to hold on to some of those beloved.
You just proved my point. Thank you. This is the reason my vault is full, because you have to hang on to these elements, because you're capped out at 80 resonant alloys and all this other. You're capped out. You have to hold this in reserve.
All you do is you just keep your 2 beloveds that you like, and then you get the fucking shit out of there if you don't need it.
To be fair, if you have 20 red border beloveds, only 5 of them go towards the pattern.
Yeah, I just unlocked my pattern, so we'll see.
I think Hazel's point that he's trying to make.
Please explain Hazel's point.
Is so say you have a bunch of this one weapon, right? And you then go ahead and craft it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you still have a bunch of the red borders of that, say, same weapon, and you're storing it for later.
Yes.
But you're not using it right now, so you're not really solving your issue.
All it is stored materials that are ready. I can pop whenever I need them. Because they put a cap on stuff. You know the one thing I love about Elden Ring? I love this. I was talking to my son about this the other night when I played it. There's no cap on anything. There's no backpack that gets too heavy and you have to drop half your items. You can.
Yeah,
there's
there is, actually.
Well, is this where I say there is?
Don't ruin me. Don't ruin it for me, please. Let me just live my dream.
It slows you down.
Okay, I understand.
A fat roll,
all right.
Yeah.
Fine. So I may have to, but I can't. There's no cap on anything. If I want to collect 5,000 rose petals or whatever this material is, these little red flowers, then I can do it. And if I need it, I know I've got plenty. If I'm walking by the damn plant, pick it up. You have to hold the square button for a half a second. So my point is they put all these caps on all these materials in my inventory. So therefore my vault is 600 of 600 because I need these resonant items. That's all I was saying. Man, I hate it when we get off on tangents like this. But
to be fair, we have been on this for a while.
God,
Yeah.
we've lost, there's only 2 listeners left now.
I've given up hope on this fucking conversation.
You're not gonna turn me on this one, because I know there's a lot of Destiny hardcore players out there that agree with me. So
I see the point in holding it, but I also am of the opinion I'm gonna go get it when I need it. I really don't do it at, to the point where I need to have it.
This is my nightmare. I'm at the station. I'm crafting a weapon. I don't have enough materials, and I'm like, oh crap! I gotta go wait for a resident red box to fall. I hate RNG when it comes to that. I want to have it at my fingertips, so I can just when I'm ready to craft a weapon, I want to craft the damn weapon. Okay, I don't want to have to go. Oh crap! Now I got to go play something trivial in the throne world to hope that a red bar weapon falls, so I can get 100 kills with it, and then finally turn it into the material I need to craft this stupid weapon.
It's only 40 now, by the way. But
41.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Bungie.
That you can, I mean, there are things you can do to increase your chances of getting a red box.
Yeah, I mean, there's things you can do on the Season of the Haunted Tree. I've taken advantage of that. As far as getting a red bar weapon every week, especially when you're trying to craft the seasonal weapons right now. So, Frost, thanks for that topic, man. Appreciate it.
I'm sorry for the listeners that have to suffer through that, but at the same time, I know there are some points I see on both sides, but I think I'm siding with Hazel a bit more.
Okay, fine. I'll take that. But this is the reason why we're so passionate about the game, because there's things they can do that just makes things easier. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. Thanks, Frost, for bringing that up. And hopefully we, for some of the new light players out there, they maybe got a perspective from us old timers that have played since Destiny 1. So, all right. It's community question time. We'll be right back. Hey, Guardians. Would you like to send a question for the show to us? There are 4 easy ways to do it.
First, join our Discord server. There's a join link in our show notes. We have some great gamers in there, and you can just lurk or hang out and jump right in and talk to us, whatever you'd like to do. There's also a channel labeled Podcast Questions where you can type in your question for the show.
You can also email us at guardiandowncast@gmail.com, or we also occasionally tweet about our upcoming show and guest, and you can respond there with your question at guardian_d_cast is our Twitter handle.
Finally, you can send us a voicemail with your questions at speakpipe.com/guardiandowncast, all one word, and we'll play it live on the show.
Thanks to all of you out there who do listen to our show. And Toddles.
And later, Guardian.
Hey, man. That's my line.
What?
Yeah.
Says who?
It's in the script. It's my line. All right, boys and girls. It's my favorite time of the show. This is where we get our questions from our community. And boy, do we have some questions from our community tonight. I'm going to start out with some speak pipes, and we have one right off the bat here for Frost. Here we go.
Hey guys, Rodimus here. I got a question for Frost. Frost, what is your favorite kind of ice cream?
Favorite ice cream, Frost?
I knew this was going to happen because of the name, but I always go with cookie dough. That's just my number one. I can't beat it. It's just engraved into me. Now, I'm not opposed to trying different flavors. For instance, Neapolitan, probably my number 2. But
really?
Yeah. But yeah, cookie dough.
Okay. A lot of younger kids like cookie dough. My son loves it.
Younger kids.
I never got cookie
Back
dough.
in my day, we didn't.
To be fair, I am.
What do you think my favorite?
To you guys, I'm a kid.
What do you think my favorite flavor is? I'm just curious. What do you think, Frost?
Mint chocolate chip.
Did you listen to the show?
No, that was just a guess.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite flavor.
Yeah,
chocolate chip.
I don't understand that appeal.
Oh, it's so good. So good.
Like, if I'm gonna have, like, mint to me is like toothpaste. So I can't just, like, eat ice cream that tastes like mint.
All right. That's fair enough. Why there's
Listen to him. He's like, all right, enough. Let's move.
That's why there's a bunch of different flavors. Okay, we got one here from Hades. We'll see what he has to say.
Sup, guys? Hades here. Sat in my car, being rained on. It's bloody loud. I don't know if you can hear it. My question for you is, do you guys have weird-ass weather over there as well? I've just driven 2 miles, and it's gone from relatively sunny to absolutely tipping it down to my wipers were on full to wipers on just a little bit, and now it's looking like it's about to be sunny again. I don't know if that's just the wonderful Welsh weather or the rest of the world gets that. I'd also like to apologise for Monkey. I may have slightly forgotten to put a speak pipe in for you. Love you, bud. Love the rest of you too. Have a good one.
Thanks, Hades.
Thank you.
I think me and Hayes can 100% say Ohio has the weirdest weather forecast I've ever, like, experienced.
Really?
Yeah.
But I think it's a common joke here. At least I say it a lot, where Ohio is bipolar. Because, like, we pretty much have the third pole of the Earth. Like, we've had, I think, several times all 4 seasons in a day.
Yeah.
So it's pretty whack.
Okay.
Also, I didn't know Hades is Welsh. I'm part Welsh, so
good to know.
I like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool deal. Yeah, Florida is very much like England. England's, of course, an island. Florida is almost an island. It's a peninsula. And stuff moves from ocean to ocean, from the Gulf of Mexico over to the Atlantic all the time. And we have what we call sea breezes that come across in the summertime. We can almost bank on when the rain's coming every day, usually around 4:00. So to answer your question, yes. I mean, I've driven to a customer's house, and I mean, I would call them from my house saying it's pouring rain. I'm only 2 miles away. I'm sorry, I'm at the cancel tonight. They go, it is sun shining in my yard. I don't know where you're at, but it's sunshine in my yard. I'm like, okay. If you say it's not going to rain there, I'm on my way, and I'll get there. And sure enough, it's blue sky and sunshine 2 miles away. I totally get it, Hades. I totally get it, man. That's Florida weather too. All right. We got one here from Mojafo.
All right. Another question for the show. You ever dismantled something and, like, you kind of regret? Because I feel that way. I dismantled my heritage shotgun after completing a deep sight resonance for an Austringer. Thank you, game. But also, it's on me because I was sick. I was playing with, like, 0 mental capacity. I didn't even know what I was doing until I deleted, and I'm like, wait, where did my heritage go? So now I have to grind an encounter to get spoils, to then get into Deep Stone Crypt and get a heritage, and hopefully it gets the same roll as I had before. I just don't think I have the energy to do that right now. So yeah, ever dismantled a weapon that you kind of regret? Because I definitely do. But I don't really have the energy to go back in and get another one. Maybe one day.
Well, according to Hazel, just dismantle all of them. You don't need all these. Get rid of these weapons. Get rid of them, I say, with his top hat and monocle in. Right,
I'm
Hazel?
not British.
Shit.
Damn.
Oh, good. Oh, shit.
Well, I'm not helping you out of that hole.
He did tell me to dismantle them all, right?
I did not tell you to dismantle them.
You said
all.
get rid of that shit.
All
You said
of
get rid
them.
of it.
He just
Get rid of
said
it.
Yeah.
See, Gator has, I mean, like this magical ability to just go, Hazel says this, so he can't possibly mean that. So he has to mean the opposite of what he just said.
Hey, man, I hear what I want to hear, okay? All right.
In terms of the actual question, though,
Yeah.
I have done it a bunch where, like, I get a pinnacle or a powerful, and I accidentally delete it, and I'm just like, I'm seething right now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would say, like, the number one weapon that I hate that I have dismantled was my spare rations. I deleted it because, like, I needed masterwork material, so I was just, like, going through my vault, like, just deleting stuff to get it, and I wish I could still play with it, but I can't because it's not in a loophole anywhere.
What if you had all those masterwork materials farmed up already and you didn't have to get rid of that weapon?
Then my life would be satisfied, but sadly, I never have enough golf balls. So.
Okay. Yeah, exactly.
Well, you will this season because the Nightfalls are pretty damn easy this season.
Yeah,
gotcha.
I like that.
I mean, we will be running GMs, so we should get a lot.
Good.
Yeah.
We just need to find a third.
I very rarely will, if you haven't figured it out, I'm pretty much a hoarder. I don't dismantle stuff unless I absolutely
I couldn't
know.
Tell from your 600 volt space.
And what I do,
occupied.
when I get a weapon, I immediately lock it, and then I decide at a later time whether I want to get rid of it or not. So, Hazel?
I'll be honest, no, I really haven't deleted anything lately like that. Sorry, Mo. I did, unfortunately, delete a 1570 mark for my Titan. The first one that I got, actually. And now everything else that I have is 1570, except for my damn mark.
That mark. Did you save it on your season pass? Or did you pull it? Did you pull it from your season pass already? It might be there. You might be able to get one. If you're I deleted it. So okay.
I don't think it would drop at.
No, it's going to be it's going to be 1569. Yeah, because it's technically 1569 already. Yep.
Exactly. Yep.
Oh well, I tried. Uncle Scumdeath, he's got a question for us.
Hey.
Silly, shut up. Hello, Scumdeath here. A question for the show. Would you rather have a cup of tea with your uncle or a beer? That's a question. Love ya.
By the way, did you guys see the pictures of his band, Warcrab, playing? Yes. Those were fantastic photos, weren't they? Man, good on you, man.
They looked awesome.
They were awesome. What do you guys think? You getting a cupper or are you getting a beer?
Cupper?
A cuppa?
You mean a cuppa?
A cuppa? A cuppa or a beer? There we go. I said it right. What do you think, Frost?
Beer for me.
Beer for me.
You can drink in England. You can drink in England.
Yes.
I could. So if I'm being honest, I really do enjoy tea. But I think I would actually have both, honestly. But if I had to pick one over the other, I'd probably have a beer. I feel like that would be,
dude,
more of a good time with Scumdeath.
Scumdeath, we're going to a pub that you know, that everybody knows you, and we're going to have a big pint, dude. Hell yeah.
And drag me along. Just be like, all right.
Oh, yeah. Come on,
some rear stuff.
I can't drink this. It's too big. I'm like, come on, man. Let's go. All right. I got it. Speaking of English speaking people, from England, that is.
We already had Not Arf on. Who else is here?
I don't know. Question for the show from Miner.
Hey.
Dudes, this is Miner. I got a question for Hazel. Can you work something out to where we get at least 2 or 3 of the Englishmen in the group on the show just to screw with Gator so he doesn't know who he's talking to?
Oh my God.
Love the show, guys. Oh, and for the record, this only took 1 take. Later.
Good on you, Miner. You're getting it down, man. You're getting it down. I like it.
Nice. I think you wrote it out first.
To be fair, we just have 1 Canadian on the show, and it still fucks up with Gator. So,
yeah, I
want to have Mr. Monkey and Kill a Monkey on at the same time. Oh
God, don't do that to me, man.
That would be so hilarious.
If you even put them in a raid team together, I would go nuts. It's why RNG Gator doesn't game with me much, because everyone's saying, Gator, come on over here. I'm like, huh? Good question.
I don't
Miner.
think that's why.
No, I'm sure that's not why. Miner also had a something he wanted to say. This is like a public statement, so I wanted to give him his due for sending it in. All right, Miner, what's up?
Dudes, this is Miner. Just wanted to throw this out there. I just had a close friend of mine ask me if I was related at all to the guy that is getting sued by Bungie, because apparently we have the same last name. And no, there's no relation, and my first name is Mike, so it's definitely not me, for anybody that might have been wondering. Later, guys.
Yeah, Miner is a very common last name. I had actually a guy that had the last name Miner that worked for me a long time ago, so yeah. I just wanted to...
That's funny.
He put that out there. I want to make sure everyone heard it. All right. Let's get into some questions for Frost here. We got some in the Discord. Let's see what we got.
Yeah, well, I think we only have like one or two, like 100.
Is this segment sponsored by Team Brittany?
It should be.
Oh my gosh.
It should be.
What the heck?
Yes.
All right, Hazel. Let's speed round this stuff. Let's go. Let's do it.
All right.
Oh my god.
So
I'm sure there's going to be a lot of like ice cream questions or like bold questions.
Okay.
Yep. All right. First question for Frosty from Chaos Apprentice Brittany. Do you like Frosties?
Yes, I do. I haven't had one in a bit, but yeah, I enjoy them.
Vanilla or chocolate?
Definitely chocolate, because like vanilla.
Continue.
The vanilla one to me just kind of tastes like a worse version of a milkshake. So
wrong.
At least with the chocolate one, it like tastes really good. So
no,
I'll allow it.
No,
moving on.
Dip your fries in it. It's very good.
In the vanilla?
Yes. No. Eat a couple fries and then
get out. No.
I'm telling you, don't knock it till you try it.
I'm pretty sure you're the only one on this hill.
What?
And me and Hazel are charging at you.
No, okay.
Pitchforks.
Next time you go to Wendy's, listeners that have a Wendy's, grab a thing of nice hot fries. Eat 2 fries and then take a spoon of the vanilla Frosty, and you will thank me.
Don't waste your money.
Whatever.
There's a reason why the chocolate Frosty was out first, and the vanilla Frosty came out like 2, 3, 4 years ago.
Times are changing, old man.
Twist one? Isn't there like a twist, like a like vanilla and chocolate combined?
No, they don't have that yet.
Oh, I thought there was one.
They might have done it seasonally, but I don't think so. Yeah, I mean McDonald's, their machines don't work half the time, so you know.
Well, anyway, Brittany has a follow-up question.
Yes.
I don't want to disgust myself with the thought of a vanilla Frosty anymore. So, who is better at bowling? I think we already covered this. You or Jelly Bean?
Jealous.
Yeah. And who's better at PvP? There we go. See?
Ooh.
Me.
Oh.
I'm not even gonna like stutter on that or anything. It's just me.
We've answered this question too, so I'll just knock it out real quick. Question for the Frosty. This is from Team Brittany. Question for the Frosty. Do you like bounties or do you love yourself enough to not do them? You've already admitted you do bounties. One of us.
I do it occasionally. I don't like stress about it.
Okay.
I definitely don't do it for Bright Dust. I just kind of
do
it for XP when I care.
Hey, you understand the concept. One of us.
I wouldn't say one of us.
Next question.
I'm kind of in between.
From Rodimus, question for Frostbyte. Who's better, Whiny Crow or Emo Crow?
Probably Emo. I really don't know how to answer that.
They're both one and the same. That's their answer.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean...
STFU, with you and your vanilla Frosty. Prince Brittany asks, do you like pedicures?
I've never had one, so I wouldn't know.
Okay.
Question asked, question answered. Question for Frosty. Why does Ohio suck? This is from Rodimus again.
It depends on where you go, but definitely the weather, I would say. Because, like, during the winter, it sucks driving.
Mm-hmm.
But, like,
yeah.
Other than that, sometimes it's not too bad. So
wow, got 3 from Mo. You want to take these, Hazel?
If you look down, you have 3 more.
Oh, God.
So why does Michigan suck?
Because they almost tried to start a war over a really crappy city.
I'll allow it. Okay, so I'm going to get so much.
Michigan's a beautiful state, by the way. I do not hold that.
It is.
Comment, listeners.
I am going to get so much shit. I'm sorry, TJ. I'm sorry, Rodham. All right. Mo's first round of questions here. Is your question for Frostbyte? Is your skin and are your tissues in pristine condition, i.e., not actually suffering from frostbite?
Can confirm they are not.
How cold is cold?
How cold is cold? Well, it depends. Are we talking like 0 degrees Kelvin? Because that's like no atoms are moving. Or are we talking like 32 degrees Celsius where it's cold? I don't know how else you want me to answer that.
That's all right. I think he's just
What about 32 degrees Fahrenheit?
There you go.
It's pretty, like, bearable. Not too bad.
I'll accept that. And Mo's last question of his first round here is question for Frostbyte. Favorite event, ritual activity you like to play in the game?
That's pretty difficult, actually, because, like, I enjoy a lot of stuff, but I also hate a good amount of stuff. Probably, like, something I enjoy one of the most is Control, but that's because I can just go around and just destroy a bunch of people, because not everyone is as good. But at the same time, like, I do enjoy some aspects of Gambit, so I don't know.
Team Brittany has another one. This is a question for Frosty. Do you bite the frost back to assert dominance?
Yes.
Okay. And I'll go with these 3 from Mo to give you a breath, Hazel. Question for Frostbite. Do you like the summer? Me personally, I'd rather freeze to death and wear more layers than take layers off and be uncomfortable. That's the wrong answer, sir. Always loose clothing.
Winter is my favorite time of the year. So, I actually prefer winter. I don't like driving in that. I won't mention that, but I enjoy winter a lot more. So,
well, he follows up. Go ahead.
I do enjoy summer though. There's a lot of fun.
Summer's
no school.
Admiral Nip showed me a pic today. He was walking in the park with his dog, his pup. I was like, man, I remember being in Wisconsin. I guess at Wisconsin Dells, they have a nice water park up there. But I passed that and I was like, that looks like so much fun. I'd love to be up there in the summertime. He follows up, question for Frostbite. Outside of Destiny, any other games tickling your fancy, so to speak?
I think I've mentioned it a few times, but Elden Ring, Battlefield, those are like pretty much the main 2 outside of Destiny, but I play Destiny a lot more compared to those games.
He says one more. Do you have ice running through your veins? Yeah, when he's playing Crucible.
That's funny. I've been told several times that I do, but I don't know personally.
All
I don't.
He says, "All right, I'm done. Have a good show." Yes. Yeah. And Rodimus says, "That's Mohafo. Question for the guest speedrun edition." Okay, we still got a few more.
Brittany asks, what is your favorite part about Team Brittany?
Favorite part? Just how much fun it is. I mean, I haven't really heard what's happening with Team Hades, but Team Brittany sounds like a lot more fun, and you guys should definitely join it. # Team Brittany.
Wow. All right. That leaves us some time.
Or not Arf.
That leaves us some time for some questions that I tell you what, I'm going to grab a few from the stored area I'm not going to say the P word. And why don't you grab a couple from the more recent, Hazel?
The
Sound
P
good?
word.
The pins.
I'll laugh if you actually say mine unintentionally. Because it still hasn't shown up on a podcast yet. So.
That happens. That's because people ask a ton of questions every show. So we have to, honor our listeners' time. Okay. I'll start with
one.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, okay.
No, go for it.
Okay. Golden God asks. Now, this is kind of unfair for me to say this right now, but I'm going to do it anyway. Question for the show. What's your favorite brand of ice cream? Mine is Bluebell ice cream. It's famous around my parts.
Well, we already know what mine is. Cookie dough.
Favorite brand.
Brand.
Oh, favorite brand? Oh, I don't even know the answer to that. I enjoy a lot of the, how do I say it? The more local places. I enjoy a lot more than the store-bought, so I really can't answer that very well.
Talente.
Okay.
Talente. It's an Italian ice cream. Very good.
Wrong.
No, it comes in like a little tiny pint. It's expensive.
Yeah.
It's good though.
Yeah, it's wrong. It's wrong though. It's
maybe Ben and Jerry's.
All right, smart ass. What is it? What's the right answer?
The right answer is Graders.
What the hell's a grater?
I don't think I've ever
heard of it.
That
Must be an Ohio thing.
Yeah, Frost, you should have heard of Graders, I hope. But
it sounds familiar.
Okay, I'll hook you up. I'll find out where a Graders is and send you.
Honestly, I'll just look it up right now. Where there's one.
I know there's some in I know there's one in Grove City. I know that's a little over an hour from you.
How do you spell it?
Grae.
Oh, great.
Oh, got it. Graders. See locations.
If you want to have a superior ice cream, look up Talente. Okay.
Yeah, that's
There's none near me. That's why I haven't heard of them.
Yeah.
All right. Got one from you asked that one from Golden God, was that correct, Hazel?
Correct.
All right. I've got one from Sage of Databayo. Question for the host: are you Team McGonagall? Are you Team Hades or are you Team Brittany? And why is it Team Hades? Ooh, I shouldn't ask this one. Okay. Oh well, I already asked it. It's out there. Can I edit this out?
I'm gonna refrain from speaking, so I'll just let you guys handle this one.
Go ahead, Hazel.
Okay.
Just where you might have entered the radio frequency noise. No,
I'm just gonna go play the 50 solo, then answer that question.
Okay. I'm Hades. I love you, brother, but I'm Team Brittany only because she quickly jumped in and played Iron Banner with us. So, I mean, that's the only reason why I don't have any.
Probably sleeping.
I know I don't have any basis, but I have to go with what's in front of me right now. So it's Team Brittany.
Man. All right, then I got to go with Team Hades.
There we go. Now it's an even Steven. All right.
I mean, it's still 2-3 or 2-1.
It is.
All right. Let's see. I'm looking at the clock here. We got a lot to do still in the show. Let's go with one more each, Hazel.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, guys. We got a lot to do still. Yep. I got you.
Some of these here. Okay. Damn it, Cater.
I know, man. I know I pinned one. I pinned one by accident. Okay?
Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
I'm gonna have to hire Warcry to say that, and I can record it and just play it. And you're like, son of a bitch. All right. I'm just scrolling up, and I'm gonna stop on a thumb.
Okay.
And Frost, tell me when to stop. Question for Gator. McGonagall is Hades. because Hazel is too fancy / hipster to own one. Does your coffee machine with the pods sound like a didgeridoo? Or is mine possibly broken?
Yeah.
I might have spelled that wrong. The Aussie instrument that looks like a massive straw.
I get it, buddy. Yeah, man. Mine doesn't make that noise, so maybe you might want to. Yeah, you might want to get a new one, buddy. It sounds like it's time for a new one. I don't think mine sounds like a didgeridoo. I mean, I guess it percolates a little, but no, I'm sorry, man. Okay, I'm going to take us out on this one. This is from Chubby Wizard 2.0. Do you guys think that we'll ever get a new speaker? If so, who do you think it'll be? The obvious choice is Osiris, but I think it would be cool if it was someone not so obvious, like Mithrax maybe. Thanks, love the show. Keep up the great work. Thanks, Chubby. Appreciate it, buddy. What do you guys think?
So, do you want me to be, like, the lore in universe answer, or, like, funny answer?
Whatever you want to say. Yeah, do both.
So, I believe, like, lore-wise, Osiris was kind of getting set up to be another speaker, but, personally, I think it would be cool during Lightfall that, like, we kind of see a Witness-esque, like, speaker kind of deal for the light, like, it just shows up kind of deal. That'd be interesting, but, I doubt that would happen. But it'd be cool.
Oh, man.
Nice.
What do you think, Hazel? The speaker. I know people are leaning toward a certain character, but...
Pro?
Yeah.
No, well, if you remember, at the end of the Red War campaign, the speaker said that he never even fucking talked to the Traveler.
He also told Gull to go fuck himself, but yeah.
Yeah, that's true too.
Well, there's that too. But, I mean, that's the thing though, is that, I kind of feel that Zavala has become the new speaker to a degree.
Really? You think that?
Yeah. I mean, the speaker never talked to anybody, so,
Zavala did talk about how he was doubting whether he was talking to a silent god, in one of the story plots of this season.
Yeah.
I don't know. Could be. Yeah, I'm going to go with you on that one. Damn, did I just say that?
I figured as much.
That must be the end times.
It just seems obvious. I don't know, but I really don't know. I mean, as long as it's not Crow, I'll take anybody else.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah. Base, you said Warcry. I figure we'll go out on this.
Just running this shit show.
Thanks, guys, for sending the questions in tonight. We do appreciate it. All the support you guys have sending in those questions. It's just fantastic.
Yes.
So thank you for sending them all out to Frosty tonight. And all right, that means it's time for our giveaway and our question of the month segment, and we're going to do that right after this.
Delightful!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is our question of the month, and we had I'm almost beyond words when I was setting this up last night. All of the questions for the month, speak pipes that we got. And we have, this is a record, Hazel. So yeah, let's just get started here. Our question of the month for June was, what character do you play in Destiny and why? What super do you use? Is there a certain configuration or something you like to use? And these are your answers. So we're going to start out the first one with Big Briggs. Here we go.
Hey, this is Briggs. Question of the month. The class I run the most is Titan. I'm a Titan main. This is going back to D1 actually, when I first picked up the game, even though I didn't play too much of it. When I read the descriptions, I felt Titan matched me the most in real life, and I like to make all my characters in video games when I can to resemble me. So, that's why I choose to run Titan. For any builds that I run, for PvE, I don't really run too many builds. I just try to run whatever can help my fire team the most. So that's typically Bubble. And I think I run Heart of Inmost Light the most with that. And Thunder Crash with Falling Star. And PvP, I run Thunder Crash religiously with either Syntheseps or Doom Marchers. And I don't know, I just like Titan more than I like the other subclasses, or the other classes, really. Every so often, I'll go on Warlock for PvE and Hunter for PvP, but most of the time, about 99% of the time, I'm playing Titan.
Thanks, Big Briggs. We got another one here from Metal Giles. See, I said it right.
Wow, finally.
Hey guys, Metal Giles here with my answer for the question of the month for June. If you would have asked me before Season of the Haunted, my easy answer would be I main avoid Warlock. It's just so much fun for me. I started in the MMO world playing World of Warcraft and played a mage and had an absolute blast with that. But now that Season of the Haunted is around, I can't find myself getting off my Solar Titan. I am just having so much fun on my Titan. So those are the two classes that I play by far the most. I dabble with my Hunter every now and again, but it'll be interesting to see what happens come Arc, and hopefully things will still be fun and there'll be new fun challenges and exciting things that'll happen when Arc comes. But I still think I would have to say my main would be my Warlock. So thank you guys for all you do. Bye.
That's a good man there. Thanks, Metal Giles. All right.
I think we're going to take one away, take a void away there.
No. All right. Finally, we have one from Golden God.
Hey, it's Golden here. I'm in a Warlock since I started playing D1, way back in 2015. I love the class. I picked it because it looked badass, and who doesn't love space magic? My current build is Dawnblade with the Sun Bracers. You get a snap and you get a kill. You get all the grenades. Before that, last season, in the Void season, I used Nezarec Sin and the Fragment of the Old Gods, Child of the Old Gods Fragment. That build worked great with the Devour. Oh, I loved it. But before Witch Queen came out, I used Bottom Tree Dawnblade with the Necrotic Grips. You spread that poison and the flame goes through all the enemies. Saved me in a couple of trials matches right there. Got a team wipe on one. Right before Bungie nerfed it. That is. Thank you, Bungie. Well, thank y'all for having me.
Thanks, Golden God. Yeah. What do you guys think? 2 Warlocks and a Titan. Well, all right. A Warlock / Titan. That's awesome. I like Titan. I don't have anything wrong with Titan, but I've always loved mages and stuff whenever I play games in the past, and I agree. I'm like Metal Giles. I didn't play World of Warcraft, but any games like that, I always like spellcasters. In fact, I set up an astrologer in Elden Ring. Very similar. So, what do you guys think?
I don't know. I mean, if I could take votes away, I would definitely take them away from the 2 Warlocks, just because I need to play a real class.
Do you guys hear that?
But, I mean, I guess we can't. So, and I would give an extra one to Briggs.
Of course you would.
But yeah, no, I get it. But no, those are good reasons. I mean, all around. You know,
I still have that Nezarec Sin set up on one of my alt accounts. It's just so good. Even though Solar's really good right now, I still love Voidlock. Voidlocks are awesome. You agree, Frost?
So I know, in the Discord, I made a post about mine, so that'll probably come up here eventually. But so Hunter was the first class I did make, but I ended up swapping to Warlock, and I've been maining that. But I actually enjoy Stasis Warlock so much, and I'm sure some people are going to be like, oh, that's not surprising given the name, but actually I'm more excited about Arc 3.0 because I love lightning more than, like, Frozen. So I can't wait to go back to my Chaos Reach days. So I can't wait for that.
Chaos Reach is my most anticipated change I'm hoping they make. I
hope it's good.
I hope it is too. I really do. I love using that super.
What?
I miss killing people from behind walls.
I just like blasting that.
It's fun.
Kamehameha at people. I love it. All right. Good answers, guys. Good answers. All right. We got two more here. Let's go with Hammer Crasher 32.
Hammer Crasher 32 here. This is my answer for the question of the month of what class do I main? And I wouldn't say I main a class. I would say I am a Titan. I have the other characters, but I do not use them whatsoever. They just don't feel right. Something about flying to a bunch of enemies and smashing them, and I don't know, it just feels right. The other classes, they just don't resonate with me, and that's okay. Titan really fits my play style of running there and smashing stuff. And in PvP, nothing feels quite as good as a shoulder charge, especially on Monkey. But yeah, that's where I am. I'm a Titan through and through, and that's what I've played since the beginning. And tried the other classes, they just don't work for me.
All right, thanks, Hammer Crasher. Appreciate it, buddy. Here's one from Master Wabbit.
Hello, I'm Master Wabbit, and the class that I main in Destiny 2 is the Warlock. I have a hectic schedule in real life, so I really only have a chance to play with one class thoroughly. I save my Titan and Hunter classes for end-of-season stuff or special events, mostly. The subclass that I play the most is Voidwalker. The 3.0 update definitely buffed the class overall, and my particular build heavily invests in Devour and making sure I have it up constantly. It's great for soloing dungeons. Well, some dungeons. Looking at you, Duality.
Isn't that the truth? I tried using Voidwalker in Duality, and Solar is definitely the way to go in that dungeon. Wouldn't you agree?
I mean, Restoration just kind of feels like a upgraded Devour, so I can see where that sentiment comes from.
Yeah.
A lot of Titans and Warlocks. I'm surprised considering Hunter is vastly more popular.
I'm loving that I'm hearing Voidlocks, because that's my passion, or Voidlocks.
Boo.
But real question is, are you Nova Bomb or are you Nova Warp?
Nova Bomb all the way, and it's Cataclysm. I just want to surround him with Void. Just blow up everything, man. The problem is I use Blink sometimes, especially in Crucible. I'll blink up and throw my Nova Bomb right on a beam or something, and it just blows up in my face. It's the only thing it's my bane of using Cataclysm.
You probably deserve it.
Yeah, it's my bane using, because I run 100 mobility, so I jump really high and I just got to learn to launch it on the down angle. I know. Hazel, any other comments before we move on to the next ones?
Again, I just love hearing the stories about this.
That's it.
I mean, like what Hammer said is, that's the one that resonated with him. And I mean, that's the reason why I ran Titan for so long, just because of that.
That's two people now that have said that it makes them feel like it represents them. So maybe Titan's an attitude.
Whenever I'm like talking to someone about like, hey, you should get in, and like these are different classes, I always say like Titan is like Space Knight, and then like Warlock is like your Merlin, and then Hunter is like your Robin Hood. So like, it kind of gives people a pretty good idea.
I'm curious if we do the sweep here and have no hunters. Let's find out. This is from Hades.
No,
I will find out. Here's Hades.
What's up, guys? Hades here with my slightly late answer to the question of the month. If you can hear the rain, ignore it. I'm in a car in Wales. It can't be avoided. I am actually sat under a tree, so it's quiet right now. I play a hunter because they're the best class in the universe. Partly just because they're awesome. As is, everyone knows that. They're the best. You want reasons though, so we have an oh shit button. I'm losing a firefight, oh shit button, slightly out of the way. Massively out of the way if I've got back, Chris, because fuck you, I want to be a captain. We also have cloaks. Everyone knows cloaks look cool.
Yes, they are.
It's just a fact. I don't care what class you play, cloaks look cool. Especially when they're not glitching on a Sparrow. When they are glitching and you can't see anything and crash into the same wall 3 times, they're less cool, but, you know, that's not Hunter's fault. That's slightly on Bungie. That being said, fashion game is the true end game. So therefore, if I have a cloak that looks better than everything else, I win. Even if I don't do much of the other fashion side of it. Subclass supers wise, I get to be a cowboy. I can throw knives at people's face, which is cool. But yeah, I have a 6-shot cowboy gun. Come on. Set people on fire, blow things up, get more rounds, kill more things. They win. Love you all. Have a good one, and just for good luck, hashtag Team Hades.
Oh my God. All right. We'll keep it going here. We have a lot to do here. This is Rocker Dude.
What is up, guys? Rocker Dude here. I have my good microphone on. Hopefully it shows it's not too loud. If it is, feel free to turn me down. I'm here to answer your question of the month. Why is Hunter the best and why do I main it? Question's easy. It's actually in your answer. I main it because it's the best. And that's it. Now, why is it the best? I think it's got the best jump. It's the more natural jump. I don't know why people hate on it. If you go outside and do a jump, you're going to jump like a hunter. You're not going to floof around like a warlock, and you're not going to propel yourself forward like a titan. So I don't know why people struggle with it. Do people struggle with jumping in real life? It's just an anomaly. It's weird. Why else do I like the hunter? Fashion, cloak. Having a cloak is always nice. They do have some good fashion. I think the Warlock and Titan do too, though, so I wouldn't, that's not really a huge deal. I think mainly if you're a lone wolf, which I tend to be a lot, even though I'm in a clan, even a previous clan with Dad Tells, I felt like I played solo a lot. I think sometimes I'm just limited on time, and I'm one of those people that has to maximize their playtime. So what bounties do I need? Which challenges can I multitask on where doing one activity is going to get multiples done, that kind of stuff. And have a lot of friends, and if this is you, no shade on you, but a lot of friends that have to change their loadouts a lot. Like we're just doing strikes. Why do you have to maximize your mods and your builds and your mix maxing and all this stuff? You know, like for PvP, if you're gonna play PvP, sure, I guess get whatever you need to get done, especially if you're gonna play Trials or Iron Banner or whatever. But PvE, I think it's just easy enough to where you don't have to worry about that, you know. But you know, to each their own. As far as what subclasses I main, I've made Night Stalker or some sort of Void ever since Destiny 1 introduced it. But most recently, right now, I'm enjoying Solar 3.0. We finally have some synergy with Exotics and the subclass. There was some synergy with Void 3.0, but it was more about just going invisible. It wasn't really about dealing out a lot of damage and killing stuff quick. I think Warlock and Titan had better builds with those. And they've always just had better exotics that work with their subclass. Again, maybe it's because hunters are lone wolves and you're not meant to have that kind of synergy. I really don't know. But it's nice to have Blade Barrage be the strongest super. Mind you, you got to have Star Eater Scales, which is, in my opinion, a waste of a super. But Young Ahamkara Spine, that build is awesome. I love it. It's about the only thing I run in PvE currently, whether it's a raid, a dungeon, whatever. It's just fun to see everything explode, to always have abilities. And then if you need your super to kill a big baddie, boom, it's there. Night Stalker is still good in PvP. Since they reduced the super cooldown, I think Spectral Blades is probably the best call, just because you're only going to get one super per match anyway. Unless you're playing sixes, actually. If you're playing Clash, you're likely to get 2. I have gotten 2, sometimes 3, just because it freaking always goes the time limit. It takes too long to kill everything. But yeah, Arc. Arc is always fun, by the way. That's super. The freaking pole dancer, they call it. freaking force push is just too good. I love that thing. I can't wait. Honestly, cannot wait for next season, see what they do with it. Because it's just fun. Twirling your baton, just spinning around, just dodging everywhere, and then doing the force push. It's one of those fantasies, kind of like Dragon Ball Z, being able to Kamehameha with the Chaos Reach, that kind of stuff. It's just really cool. But yeah, I guess that's why I love Huntress. My Huntress, it just always feels familiar, feels easier to use. I like the mobility more than anything, being able to dodge around a corner if I'm, struggling or taking damage. If I need to go invis, I guess, if I want to blow stuff up, super kill, you can have roaming super, you can do a one-shot shutdown. A lot of stuff you can do with the Hunter. I do think they get a little bit of the short end of the stick, but I think that goes with any class you play. You think the other classes are better than yours or getting better treatment. But yeah, I don't think we have that much exotic synergy with stuff this season. Yeah, but it's like one or two. Where it seems like Warlock and Titan always have the other. So maybe that's the other reason I like Titan or Hunter. Because I feel like we got to do more with less, which makes us the best, So anyways, hopefully that answered your question. Thanks so much for including this. If you do include it, keep up the great work. I've enjoyed the episodes, even though they're 3 hours long, but it makes work go by a little bit quicker. So with that said, keep up the great work. Much love to you guys, and have a good bye.
Thanks, Rocker Dude. Hope you're doing well, buddy.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure Gator doesn't know what a Kamehameha is.
Pretty much.
I doubt it.
Does that have to do with anime?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because we know how much you love
No.
anime.
I remember Dragon Ball Z. I remember him launching that. Got it so long ago, man. Just so long ago since I've watched a Dragon Ball Z cartoon. Anyway.
Sure.
Yeah, like all your life.
You know what I like about Rocker Dude's answer is people who maybe don't play the game as much, they just got a really quick education on Hunter. That was a great answer, Rocker Dude.
Yeah.
And
I
guess I spoke too early about the Hunter thing. Hades and Rocker Dude both really like Hunters. All right. I get the fashion game, Hades. I get it. I understand where you're coming from there. And I'll admit, my Hunter is the sexiest of all the three. He always looks badass.
And it's okay if they have their opinion, even if it's wrong, but it's okay.
Maybe. But yeah, it was a great explanation, though. It was a great explanation for both of them. Anything you want to say before we move on to the next one, Hazel?
No, I agree with them, and I think that we need less Hunter or less Warlocks, so I like it.
Well, that's not going to happen. All right, come on, Miner, I'm pulling for you, man. Let's go, Warlock. Team Warlock, come on, let's go.
Just a Miner answering the question of the month. Honestly, play all three characters evenly. I love all three characters evenly. If we're going by how much time I put in, my Hunter easily has the trophy by double than how much time I played. Thanks for everything you guys do. Gamer tags Mr. Miner 17. Hashtag 1717. Yes, I was just as surprised as you were when I got that. No, I didn't pay Bungie for it. Later, y'all.
Nice. All right. I'm striking out on the Hunters here. Thanks, Miner. Appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say about Hunters. I mean, like I said, they look good. I'll give them that. But I have a feeling Carpal leader here. He's on pull a Warlock. Here we go.
Hey guys, Carpal leader here. And I'm here to answer the question of the month for June. So my answer is Warlocks, of course.
Yes.
I mean, come on. Cheat codes? Why not? Just kidding. Sorry, Gator.
What?
Warlocks suck in my opinion. I absolutely hate their jump. I main a Hunter, and usually Solar. And, yeah, I don't think I really have any builds, per se. I just kind of go with the flow of the game. I really should get into some builds, but oh well. So, yeah, I fell in love with Hunter when I started playing back in just before Taken King, and it just kind of stuck. I tried everything else, and I just couldn't go back.
Payback's a bitch, Carpal leader. Payback's a bitch.
Can't believe you just got
dude, I got
destroyed.
totally baited. Good on you though. He knew I'd be cheering. All right. We have one here from one of our newer members. This is World Dreamer. Curious to see what he has to say.
Hello, this is World Dreamer 11. I'm fairly new to the community, and I'd like to answer the question of the month. If you would ask this question a long time ago, I would have chosen a hunter in Destiny 1. My two friends were the Warlock and the Titan, so we all had one of each and we played every night. But that was back in high school, and I had the little emo fringe haircut, so I wanted my hunter to have that. It was a weird fringe with the bowl cut kind of combination, and it didn't look good. So recently I downloaded Destiny 2 and I started that up, and I looked at my characters that I had converted over from my Xbox, and my hunter was just staring at me. I was like, do I jump back in with him just like old times? And I just seen that haircut and I'm like, that's just not working for me anymore. So I ended up going with the Warlock. Yes. It was an XO, and I've just been playing with that ever since. As for a build, I have not figured any of that out yet. I'm still trying to get my grip on Destiny again and figure everything out. And that's my answer. Thank you.
Thanks, World Dreamer. Thanks for sending it in, man. We appreciate that. I'll help you out with some builds, dude. You need some help with builds. I'll send you some info, buddy. Thanks for that.
Can give you an infinite Sunbracer build if you want.
I got a ton of Solar and Void. I've got a ton of good stuff. I've done a lot of research in that area. So, all right. Here's Hawkslayer. Oh, come on, Warlock.
What's up, guys? Hawkslayer here. I'm anchored to the side of the river right now on a barge, and I'll float down the middle of it, heading straight towards the river. Thank you, Gator, for being my birthday buddy. Everybody who was in the Discord chat knows about all that. Anyways, on to the question. I am a hunter main. I've played a hunter since beta of Destiny 1, and I have not changed my mind. I have never questioned it. Essentially, the whole ideals, even going through the lore, the hunter fits my personality the best. It's a gambler, it's a trickster, it's mischievous. So I will never change my mind on that. And I will hold true to my hunters till the end of Destiny. So, talk to you guys soon. Love the show.
Man, that was your birthday, buddy. I thought you'd be a Warlock. Oh, well, another one bites the dust. I mean, okay, I get it. I get the hunter. I get it. I just didn't see Hawkslayer as a hunter. It's all right. Oh. Brittany. Come on, Brittany. Let's go.
Hey, guys, it's Brittany. And I have my answer for the question of the month. And I'm going to start off with a simple phrase. Okay, everybody say it with me. Hunter equals master class. That's right. So as you may have guessed, I am indeed a hunter main. And I have been from the very start since I started playing Destiny 2. I usually go with my Void Invis hunter build with, let me see if I could say it right, Omninoculus. Maybe.
Close enough.
That way I get 2 invises and I can share it with everybody because, those warlocks really need some help. Sorry, Gator. This is my comfort build. I've always gone back to it, and I probably always will. Last season was my absolute favorite because I could just be invis the whole time. So that's why I choose Hunter over everybody else. So here, let's say it again, guys. Hunter equals masterclass forever.
Hazel is being so entertained right now.
Oh, I have the biggest smile on my face. I don't know whether it's because I'm drunk or if it's just because I'm just.
I knew she was going to say Hunter right off the bat.
I thought she'd be a Warlock.
Gosh. No, I haven't seen her once touch it.
Dang it. All right. I'm still Team Brittany. All right, here we go. Oh, God. Rodimus. Okay, I'm guessing Titan on Rodimus. Here we go.
So this is retaining to the question of the month and the reason why I play Titan. I've always played a tank or a figure in games that can take a high amount of damage and can punch things. I refuse to play a hunter because all they do is hide in the shadows and frolic through the grassy field like they were the world's greatest thing on earth. And I refuse to play a warlock because, well, space magic, and they think they're better than everyone else.
We are.
But Titan's the way to go, and hunters suck.
Thanks, Rodimus. RushJet. Let's see what he has to say. I think I know the answer to this one. It's not looking good for Gator. Okay.
No.
RushJet, what's up?
Yo, what's going on, dads? It's your boy RushJet. Sorry I've been MIA. I've been busy with work and other hobby stuff popping off. But question of the month, what class do I play? I main a Titan, and I only have a Titan. I tried some of the other classes early on in my Destiny 2 plays, and I just nothing really clicked as well as the Titan did for me. I have always been a fan of the big man punch-a-bunch type class. I always played like warriors and barbarians and like D&D and Diablo and all kinds of RPGs. And I'm drawn to the big, bulky armor. I always like that kind of aesthetic. I like the aesthetic of heavier is safer type thing. But yeah, I main a Titan. I just love them because they're big, angry tanks, man. I love having everything look at me on the battlefield and me just respond by punching them in the face. Good time. Anyway, y'all, I love this idea. Keep it going. Take it easy. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Thanks, RushJet. All right, so it seems like Titans and Hunters have made a come back here on us.
We've been here for years.
Okay, fine, whatever. All right, I got 3 more people here, and let's just see what happens. They're all Englishmen, by the way. Here we go. Let's start with Mr. Monkey. Come on, Mr. Monkey, I'm pulling for you, man. Come on.
Hey guys, Mr. Monkey here. Answering your question of the month for June, what class do I main and why? I main a Warlock, and why? Because of the jumping. No, it's mainly because it fills the power fantasy more for me than the other 2 classes, although I do play all 3. I love the fact that with Warlock you can go for burst DPS with Nova, you can go healing with Well, or you can do crowd control with Stasis, and I love some of the exotics such as the Necrotic Grips, and Osteostriga stroke Thorn for spreading poison everywhere. Love the show. See you guys soon. Bye.
See, I knew this would be his answer because he's my raid buddy.
I just love that, man.
Yeah, you have 2 warlocks right at the beginning of a Vow Disciple, and we just destroy everything that comes at us.
Nicely done, Killamonkey.
Whatever. All right, number 2, Englishman.
This is for the question of the month. What Destiny class I main and why? So, I've always been Warlock main.
Yes.
I think since Destiny 1. Now in Destiny 2.
What?
It's just the first class I used, and I feel like they've always been jack of all trades. I know now with Solar and Void 3.0, like a lot of the other classes can also have like their moments to shine, and they don't have to be limited by this class can't heal or this class can't get Devour, because most classes can now. Well, all classes can. And start igniting shit. So, in Plus, now it's Solar 3.0, before it's Void 3.0. I like the changes that they've made with it. But, again, just because I'm a Warlock main doesn't mean that I don't play Hunter and Titan. I do. Love the Titan Bonk Hammer, and I love the Hunter Ignite, like running around with infinite nades with the Gunslinger and trip my nades. It's just so good. So, yeah, I think Hunter and Titan are all in a good spot. But last season I was running around with a lot of the Void, Devour, and all the weekend stuff, because it's just good to get an extra damage buff, and now it's Radiant with Solar, so excited to see what Arc brings. But yeah, that's my answer for the question of the month by
2 very smart Englishmen right there. All right.
I'm pretty sure I agree with everything.
Yeah,
on that one.
I do too. All right, we have a surprise speak pipe here. Haven't heard from this guy before on speak pipes anyway. And yeah, I'm really curious to see what he says. Bit Dead, what's up, buddy?
Hello, gentlemen. It's Bit Dead. I don't know if this is first time, long time, or if I've sent you a speak pipe before. I don't remember doing it, but I'm sure I have. Anyway, question of the month. My favourite character, or subclass, or whatever you want to call it. It has to be Titan. It's always been Titan, to be fair. I started in Dark Below and fell in love with the game. I tried all the characters and Titan was just the one for me. I'd like to say it's because I love smashing things and all the rest of it, but actually it's because I'm piss poor at the game and I need as much armor and as much health as possible. So I thought Titan might help me do that. And that's about it. It's nothing interesting, nothing brilliant. That's just the way it is. Anyway, guys, keep up the great work. Much love to you all. Stay beautiful. Laters.
Thanks, Bit Dead. Appreciate that, buddy. All right, so anybody keeping score? Who's ahead? I'd say Titans are ahead by just a share, wouldn't you think? Is anybody keeping score?
Titans and Hunter. Definitely.
No, there's a lot of Warlocks in there, too.
Was I supposed to be keeping score?
No, it's okay, man. It's all right. It's late. All right, thank you, gentlemen and ladies. Thank you for sending those in. And it's drawing time, guys. So here's what we're going to do to make it the most fair way of doing it. On my notes for the show, I have numbered everyone that has put in an entry. We have 5 people who put in an answer on our Discord channel. That would be Mr. Sovi, Running Red Lion, Frostbyte, basically NaCl, Salt, and 21 Cabbage. And you just heard all of our speak pipes, which gives a total of 20 people that are going to win something tonight, at least have a chance to. And because we have such a great outpouring of speak pipes here, I'm going to do 3 drawings for podcast swag tonight. So let's start first with our $25 Amazon gift card. And Frost, I need you to pick a number from 1 to 20.
14.
Rodimus Prime, you have won a $25 gift card to Amazon, buddy. Congratulations. So that leaves, well, we did have 17 speak pipes tonight, and we'll take Rodimus out of the drawing for the podcast swag. So that leaves 16 speak pipes. So I have 16 entries for our podcast swag drawing. And let me reshuffle the numbers here. And Hazel, pick a number between 1 and 16, sir.
All right. We're going to go with number 4.
Number 4 is Carpal Leader. Congratulations, buddy. You got some podcast swag. We'll be sending that to you. I'll DM you and get your address. All right. Let's keep rolling here.
I'm glad that he got some because he deserved it for trolling you.
Yeah, man. He got me good, didn't he? All right. Second drawing. All right. I'll take Carpal out. Reshuffle.
Number 14.
Rocker Dude. Dude. Got some podcast swag. Thanks, buddy.
He gave the greatest answer, too.
He did.
One of the greatest answers.
Yeah, I mean, people who didn't know much about builds are actually a little educated on what to use. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Good deal. Congrats, Rocker Dude. I'll be in contact with you. We'll get your particulars so I can mail some podcast swag out to you. All right. What's our next number, Frost?
6.
Big Briggs, you have won some podcast swag, my friend. I will be getting
Titan.
Yeah, whatever. I'll be DMing you.
Titans. There we go.
Damn it. I'll DM you, buddy, and we'll get your particulars, and I'll get that sent off to you as soon as possible. Well, congratulations, all 3 of you. I'll be getting in touch with you. We'll get some of that some podcast cool stuff out to you. And yeah, congratulations, guys.
Congratulations.
Another great drawing. Man, what a turnout tonight. I'm so pumped. All right. That means we have a question for this month for July. And I got a doozy for July. Since we're going into the new season, this is what I came up with. It's a question that's actually been asked from one of our community members before as a question for the show. And the question is, if Bungie assigned you a small team of developers to improve one thing in Destiny 2, what would you do with this small team? What one thing would you focus on? Maybe even what new game type or activity would you add? It's wide open. So let us know. We'll need these answers by Thursday, July 28th. And on episode 158, Hazel and I will read and play your answers to the question of the month, randomly draw a name, and award another $25 Amazon gift card. And I have to give thanks here to our Patreon community for making this happen. This all comes from our Patreon funds. And I'm happy to do it every month. It's a lot of fun. I'm just curious to see what answers we get. And by the way, again, mention your gamer tag so we know who you are. And again, you can visit speakpipe.com/GuardianDownCast. You know what? Hit the link in the show description right down there, and you can send us in the SpeakPipe or our question of the month channel in our Discord. And again, if you want to join our Discord, the link is in our show description as well. So join our community. It's a lot of fun. Remember, everyone will get an equal shot for the Amazon gift card, but only our SpeakPipe answers will get at least 2 more chances for some podcast loot. So good luck. All right. Thank you all very much. That was a lot of fun, and I was just blown away by all the answers we got tonight. And let's move on to our last segment, and Elmer Fudd, take it away, buddy.
Guardian Downcast. Guardian Downcast. Yeah. Guardian Downcast. This is an intro. Guardian Downcast. Guardian. Not copyright. Guardian Downcast.
Thank you, Mr. Fudd. Hope you're doing well, buddy. We'll see you soon. This is the final segment of our show. This is where it's where we pick our song for our Guardian Downcast show playlist. It's on Spotify and on iTunes. We have both links in our show description. This is a kind of a musical history of our show when we started back in July of 2019. And actually, we will be celebrating our 3rd year anniversary coming up very soon. We'll have more information on that. We now have 1,028 songs representing all of us and all of our past guests. And I'm going to start with you, Frost. What song did you add tonight for our Guardian Downcast show playlist?
So the song I added tonight is Take What You Want, featuring Ozzy Osbourne by Post Malone. And I just tried to find something that I think speaks a lot about me. And so this is kind of something I came up with. So that's why I submitted it.
I like Post Malone. I'm not a real big rap fan, but I like his music. He's very soulful.
Stuff has been pretty good.
Yeah. So. Yeah. His new album is, I'm trying to remember what the name of his new album was. Anyway, it's late.
Yeah.
I'm fading.
I'm fading too. Hazel, what'd you pick tonight?
I'm not fading.
I know you're not.
I'm drunk.
You're drunk. What did you pick tonight, Hazel?
So it's story time with Hazel. So I didn't write this song, or I didn't put the song in our show notes because I have a story. Okay. So I was going out with the family, and there's a liquor store that we typically go to, and it's run by 3 Arab Americans, and it was kind of enlightening to me because they were playing country music, and they were all 3 singing country music. And nice. I'm like, wow. I was like, this is so cool. And the song they were singing was this song that I'm going to add here. It's Eyes on You by Chase Rice.
That's pretty cool.
It was. I was just like, this is so cool. So.
All right. We don't have enough country in our, there's a lot of country fans out there. All right. I'll finish up tonight. The song I chose tonight, they're from an Italian band. They formed in 2016 in Rome, Italy. It's a 4-piece band. They won the Eurovision Song Contest in 2021, and their sound's all over the place. They start from pop rock songs to hard rock, even including glam and funk rock. It's just all over. It's really cool. It's a neat sound. All I know, it's very fresh, and I think you guys will like it. It's The song actually is from their 2017 album Chosen, and the band is Måneskin. I want to say Måneskin, but I actually looked at the pronunciation. It's Danish for moonlight. It's a cool sound. Check it out. Well, boys, that is it. Another episode in our collection. We have a few announcements here before we head out and say goodbye. Hazel, is there anything you wanted to mention?
We have scrims listed out based off of the survey that I sent out. So scrims are basically on Mondays, Saturdays, Fridays on occasion. They're just all over the place. So we have quite a few people turning out. So, good stuff all around, I think. So it'll be interesting to see, who shows up and everything along those lines. See if Gator is as afraid of Monkey as
I'm not, afraid of Monkey. I've played with him in Crucible. He's a good player.
Okay, admitting your fears is the first step. I'm sure you can do
it. He's a good player. He really is. I'll leave it at that.
There we go. I'll take that.
All right. Thanks, Hazel. You know what? It's been a real success, man. I've been really surprised. It's really taken off. In fact, we'll have our first Saturday scrim tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern time.
Second, surely.
Second Saturday? You had one before then?
Yeah.
I must have been asleep. Okay.
Yeah. Monkey was there.
I saw Monkey and I'm out.
Yep.
Yeah. Mr. Monkey's hard to play against.
Yep. Exactly. But I'm also going to be setting up like raid nights.
Okay.
So just keep an eye out for those as well. I'm just trying to finalize everything there.
Absolutely, man. Well, I appreciate you doing that because there's just a lot of stuff that goes into making a podcast. So, and speaking of that, I want to give our Patreon shout outs. Just want to give a shout out to our Dungeon Champion patron Scoot and our Raid Boss patrons, basically in ACL, Jealous, and of course Frostbyte here for their support. Thank you. Appreciate that, man.
You're welcome.
Thank you all.
Quick thank you to all our Patreon members out there. You know who you are. Like I said, the support goes right back into the things we did tonight, like our bonus giveaways. All that podcast swag, that was from you guys. So thank you for that. And, it just takes a little bit of the weight off our backs so we can just make content. Just makes it really nice. So.
Plus you get to annoy you a bit more.
Of course. In a private channel. So,
yep.
Yeah. So.
Feet pics.
No, feet pics, please.
Yes.
No. So if you want to support our little show, you can go to patreon.com/support Guardian Downcast. And like I said, as we say every week, you can join less than you joined a subscription to Twitch or YouTube. It's less than that. And you get some cool benefits. You get to see all of our bonus content. We put out at least 1 or 2 bonus episodes every month just to our patrons. They have a special RSS link, so it goes right to their podcast app of choice when we release stuff to our patron members. So it's really cool. And of course, the private channel, no feed pics, please. And, yeah. And RNG Gator's still in there, so you can, you can harass him all you want. So yeah, I'll keep an eye on him. He won't ban you, I swear.
I'm going to be honest, being on Patreon, whatever, you guys do put out some pretty cool stuff that we get exclusively. So
thanks, man.
There's definitely some good content in there other than obviously these podcasts, which are also amazing.
Thanks. Well,
you're not paid to say that at all.
No, not at all.
No.
No. I'll Venmo you later, man.
I'll take my check later.
Yeah. Shh. No, you know what? You guys go out of your way to support us. I'm going to go out of my way to produce some extra content for you guys. Hazel and I both. And we, so we try to help our patrons out, and it's a nice family in there, man. I like it. It's like our, what do you call them? Super listeners? I don't know what you call it, but I love it.
Oh, God, just stop.
I am stopping. I'm fading, man.
It's getting worse.
I'm fading. We did release our latest project that Hazel and I are working on, and hope you guys got a good sneak peek at that. We've gotten some good feedback on that, and we will announce something soon. And that is it. I'm done. Put a fork in me. I am done. That's a wrap, guys. Another episode in our collection. For listeners out there, we have 153 other episodes with interviews from gamers all over our community. So please take a look at those, especially if you're just finding out about us. And if you like what you hear tonight, We're not a very well-known Destiny podcast out there. We have a very tight-knit community, though, and we want you guys to be a part of it as well. And if you know a Destiny player out there that might want to listen to our show, send them a link. Send them that share link. Hit that share button. We appreciate it. Well, Frostbyte, thanks again, buddy, for hanging in there tonight. We had a long show. We had a lot of stuff we had to get done tonight, but thanks for sharing your story with us, man. Thanks for having fun with the speed run and all your input on all Destiny talk and your talking about Destiny 1 versus Destiny 2 players. Great content tonight, man. So before we leave the show tonight, this is a chance for you to shout out anybody you want to shout out, or even yourself.
Well, I'll just start with thanks for having me on. I definitely plan on being on this a lot more. It was pretty enjoyable. If I did have to shout out anyone, though, of course, it would be the first person would be my boy Jealous. He's the one that introduced me to this podcast, so I wouldn't be on it without him. So
very cool. Yeah. And where can people find you if they want to reach out there?
If you really want to follow me, I don't really post much stuff on these accounts, but I do have a Instagram and Snapchat. I go by no.frostbyte. That's pretty much where you can find me.
Very cool. Hazel?
Nice.
Where can people find you, dude?
Hazel NT. Anywhere and everywhere. Except for Twitch, where I am the Hazel NT.
You can contact me on Twitter. I'm at Todd the Gator. Remember, that's G-A-T-R. You can also find me on Steam and PS5 as Gator, G-A-T-R. All caps. Don't forget the underscores. I'm also on YouTube. Very same way. And before we go, guys, hey, what do you say we do an Uncle Scumdeath's corner before we take off tonight? Sound good?
I like it.
Obviously. I have to.
All right, Uncle Scumdeath, what is going on in the UK today, brother?
Hello, and welcome to Scumdeath's Corner. My brother's just phoned me up, and he's like, you ain't going to believe this one. So you lot might not believe this. But my brother's a painter and decorator, and he'd finished work, and he stood by his car. Yapping to his workmate. So my brother finished yapping to him, jumped in the car, drove off home. He stopped off at the local sort of supermarket, and then got a couple of tinnies, as you do, and then drove home. And he got home, he's chilling out at home, and then his boss phoned up and said, Dave left his work phone and his actual, his personal phone on top of your car while you were yapping. My brother's like, are you kidding me? He's like, no, he's left his two phones. And his personal phone is one of them flip cases where it's got your bank card in it, a couple of bits of fucking cash and all that. So his boss is like, can you go out and look at your car and see if the phones are still on your car? And it's like, there's no way. He's like, I've driven for a couple of miles now. I've been over speed bumps and everything. There's no way them phones are on top of my car. But he's like, I'll go and have a look anyway. So he goes out the house, goes up to the road, and you ain't going to believe it. Both phones are still on top of his fucking car. He's like, I can't believe this. I'm like, hey, what happened there? God knows how that's happened, but it's a pretty good one. So matey tomorrow is going to get his phones back. That's not bad, is it? Because they could have smashed anywhere along his journey home. So, yeah, not bad. Sometimes people do have good luck. But that just shows that my brother is a sensible driver, not legging it around. It's 30 for a reason. So, anyway, I thought I'd share that one with you. Love you all and take care. All right, stay safe. Goodbye.
That's awesome. Continue to be safe out there, everybody, and more importantly, take care of one another.
The weight of the world was on your shoulders, and still you triumphed. Marvelous.
Thank you all so very much for listening. And later, Guardian.
Get toddled.
Bye, guys. GCX, we're gonna have to come in down and see you.
Yeah, I've been wanting to meet. I mean, it's kind of post COVID now, so I think I think it was a little early to go to a big conference. Everyone I've talked to has gone to a concert or a conference or whatever has come back with COVID. So I'm like, you know what? I think I'll wait one more year. But yeah, I'd like to do GCX next year. I know Hazel was planning on doing it. He actually got tickets and the airfare for his birthday, but then good old COVID clicked in.
I didn't even know about it until like you mentioned, like, hey, I'm going to GCX next week, and I'm like, what?
I mean, I live 30 minutes away from GCX, so you know, what's my excuse? I don't think I'm ready to be around big crowds yet. I mean, I go to movie theaters and restaurants, but I'm talking big crowds, like hundreds of people in one room. I'm not ready for that yet. But yeah, I'm trying to decide whether to grow a goatee because the goatee looks good on me. It's like a combination of brown and gray hair. It's a nice mix. I don't know.
I don't think anybody ever says that a goatee looks good.
I like goatees.
I mean, it depends.
I don't like
some people.
I don't like beards.
It looks good on them.
I don't like full beards. I just don't like. No. The only people who wear beards in Florida are people who work indoors. If you work outside, it's really hard to have a beard. There's a few out there, but it is tough to have a beard in Florida.
If I don't like shave, and within like 2 days, I grow out a beard.
It takes me about exactly. I can get a stubble beard in a week. 2 weeks, I can have a nice, good base, goatee. But anyway. This is my worst nightmare.